Compton crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called fellers with attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a soda. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you're with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the punk mother, they're going out.
Simon, when you look at me, what's the first word you think of?
Oh, that's a good one. When I look at you, the first word I think of is princess.
You're wrong. You're wrong. The word you're looking for, Si, is fashionista. Do you know what I mean?
Fashionista. Yeah, fashionista.
As you can tell by the 3 years I've worn the same Walmart $6.99 black shirt every well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, like I say, Stu can't make it tonight. He's not feeling too good, so we haven't got Stu, but I've got the lovely Des, the lovely Steph, and the lovely our Luke, and our Si, obviously. And we're going to talk about late 80s, I would say, early 90s fashions. And let me ask you a question or before, because we were talking before about ages, and like Luke was what, 11, 12, 1990.
Yeah.
Des was about 36, and Steph, were you born in 1990? Do you know what I mean?
I was 2 in 1990.
You were 2 in 1990. Christ, I've got jeans older than that. Do you know?
At least you said jeans and not pants.
Yeah. Well, so let me ask you all the question then. When you were a teenager, and this includes you as well, our Steph. When you were a teenager, how important was it? Like for me and Si, we always had cool stuff and this and that. But as I got older, I kind of went out of it. So that's why I always wanted to do the 90s. But for you, like, how important was it to have the latest gear or the cool stuff and so forth?
It wasn't necessarily the latest stuff, but it was just looking cool. So long as
looking
you looked
cool, yeah.
the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said looking cool, because you sent some photos in. So just bear that in mind when she said looking cool. All right. Just
I think you always wanted to look individual. You know, there's nothing worse than going into the pub and there's someone with the same shirt on as you. You walk in there thinking,
at 11?
So, yeah.
Well, you are from Yorkshire, Luke.
Well, in the pub when you were 13, I remember it, and everyone looked the same.
I remember having that shirt on, playing snooker in the Con Club. I tell you what, I was all the rage. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I was 18 in 1990, so 18, I am going out.
Yeah,
but there's nothing worse than going in and having the same shirt as someone else. You know,
I agree with that. I agree. What about you, Luke?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was massively important a lot of the time due to sort of the pressure from school. Because obviously, when I went to school, you used to spend a lot of your weekends, you'd hang out with your mates every weekend. Yeah. So you took notice of what people was wearing. You know, people wore certain trainers to school. You weren't really meant to. You went to wear shoes, but everyone wore the trainers to school. And you weren't meant to wear logo jackets, but everyone wore logo. So it got to a weekend, and whilst you didn't, like Des said, you didn't want to look the same as everyone else, but you knew the brands you needed to have. You had
to have those brands.
I've got to have this. I've got to, but I didn't want to buy the same. You know, they've got that, or they've got them trainers. But there were certain brands that you just knew you had to have. So yeah, it was massively important because there was a lot of pressure at school, I think, as well.
There was. Yeah.
Go on, Des. Sorry, but for you two, because obviously Luke's a twin and Si and Shabby are twins. Did your mum always dress you the same?
When we were kids, she did. Right. I don't know what it's like because for people that don't know, me and Si are obviously identical, but Luke's more identical to his Joe than me and Si are. It's when we were kids, Luke, my mum would buy us the same gear but in different colours. I'd have blue, Si'd have red. So exactly you do it that way.
Exactly the same, yeah. I mean, sometimes she just matched us up completely, but most of the time it's the same stuff but different colour,
yeah. And Si's always been a lot thinner than me when we were kids too, so basically you could tell the difference with that. Do you know what I mean? Si or chunky shabs, do you know what I mean? It's just the difference there. But
so it's the same top. Or what size is it? Oh, it's XL. Actually.
How boring. But the thing is, as we got older though, Luke, and I don't know whether it was like for you and your Joe too. Me and Si went our different ways, if you will. Do you know what I mean? We didn't dress the same, did we, Si, up to about when we our teenage years?
No, you turned proper dorky and I stayed cool as hell. That's what happened, yeah.
Proper dorky, brilliant. IQ. So what was the same as you and Joe when you got a bit older? Yeah,
we went quite individual. I think for two reasons. One, we because we grew up being dressed the same. So quite a late age, if I'm honest. So the second we were buying our own clothes and we were picking out our own clothes, we went, totally different. We even now, today, we still have very much the same taste in clothing. Generally, if he'll buy, he'll buy a top, and I'll go, oh, that's a nice. I always like what he buys, and he always likes what I buy. But we do buy quite different stuff. But the biggest difference was growing up. Once we got into our sort of late teens, I would probably class myself as introvert, and Joe was quite extrovert. Joe started going out on the town quite early, and I'd maybe stop in more often than anything. So Joe started quite smart. He was buying smart clothes, whereas I was still buying joggers and football shirts and tracksuit tops. But Joe started buying collared shirts and jeans and an hour into that. But now, we're very much in both in the same place. We dress for comfort, and we have very much the same taste of stuff now.
Well, you see, because first of all, I just want to say it's our Hoppy's birthday today. So happy birthday, Hoppy. All the best, my friend. Happy birthday, buddy.
Mate.
Do you still do it now? Because I don't. I mean, I used to be in the suit game, and Steph just found this out, didn't you, Steph? That I was in it for years. Amazing. So all my wardrobe was just suits, overcoats, shirts. But when it came to casual, I was stumped. I didn't know what to do because I was constantly in them. So as I've got older, and obviously, the suit game finished, and I moved into finish, I couldn't care less what I wear now.
No, I mean, we're both firmly in this, and Joe would agree with this now. I think I must own maybe at most 2 pairs of jeans. I only ever wear jeans if we go out for a meal. I will go for a few drinks. I never, ever wear jeans as an everyday, wear.
Yeah.
It's now jogging pants, sweatshirts, hoodies, comfort. The only time I'll put jeans on is rough out, and then as soon as I get in, jeans.
I just bought my first pair of jeans this week. I've messaged Si and said, you don't believe what I've bought. The last time I bought a pair of jeans, Steph was 20. Seriously, I'm not lying.
It's so weird because again, when we were growing up, we bought jeans all the time. Especially Joe, and we're like, "What brand are they? What type do you get? What brand do you get?" Whereas now, I don't care. I get jeans, I'll get from Primark. I'll wear them once in every 6 months. Gary. I still spend decent money on, but I now purposely try to buy older clothes or older looking clothes. Because I preferred 90s style and clothing, and
this is a stream for you all, Luke.
I'm not keen on modern clothing. Yeah,
this one I think of. I'm just going to get down here a bit. I think he expected sympathy if you forgot I work for the NHS. Hiya, Jono. I was nice to see you. Hi, James. Nice to see you. Connor, everybody's turned up. All the lads are here, which is perfect. Hello, TJC. Nice to see you, pal.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday to Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason.
I hope he's in bed by now.
IAPD, nice to see you, buddy. Good old Nick's here. Wow, everyone's turned up. Salutations to all the fine people in the chat and Keith. Here we go. Steph's fashion in the 90s was nappies for Oh no. Let me tell you, Kieran. Kieran. She said some things that might make us all go, "Whoa, look at what she's got on. Jesus, cool stuff. Cool." I've never followed fashion. That's why I wear a forest shirt. That's basically true. Although I've got a couple of things in there. But I think the best thing for football was the 90s. 90s football shirts were the 100%. Best football.
100%.
Do you agree with that side, Des?
Yes. Yeah. Black Liverpool shirt. 3 stripes down the arch shoulder. Mint.
There's some horror stories. I think there's a whole kit from the mid early
with the mud on it.
No, it looks like a tiger because they're the tigers, aren't they? And it's like a tiger's. Oh, it looks horrific.
Awesome. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't agree with that. I think that it's great.
One of my favourite shirts was your boys' Tottenham FA Cup shirt. Holston with the black collar. I mean, the collar and the navy little things and the long shorts. First time they did long shorts for a while.
Which kit you mean? But yeah,
it's one of my favourite shirts.
Well,
when we were kids, I was bang into football, and so I bought everybody's football shirt. You know, if I liked it, I bought it from Chelsea to Liverpool to Tottenham. Every time I liked one, I bought it, and that was one of my favourites.
But do you also think it's strange? Sorry, Steph, if we're going into a football slightly. But you know, there's certain kits or certain teams where even now you class one brand as their brand. So, for example, if someone says to me Liverpool, I think Candy.
Yeah,
I don't think I think Holston for Spurs. When I think 100%. Of Everton, I think of NEC.
Yeah,
you know, it's strange. That's what I picture because
I'm the same way. When I think of Tottenham, it's always Holston. When it's Everton, it's always NEC, and when it's Liverpool, it's Bum Crump. Do you know what I mean? That's what I always think. Brilliant. So get down here a bit. So what's going to happen, chat, is I'll keep in touch with the chat, but obviously I've got these beautiful people here today, so they can keep an eye on it because I'm going to have to go back and forth because we've got so many pictures that will bring some memories back for you. Oh my God, the time that fashion forgot live stream. And the 90s was cool for fashion as well. There was loads of it. Do you know what I mean? If some of these designer labels that our size come up with and Des, and it's like, what? You still remember that? Do you know what I mean? So there's a cool things. Shabby and Si, now you're over 50. Well, we're not over 50. Let's get one thing straight away. Not over. Do you know what I mean? You'll find fashion will take a backseat to comfort. It has done since it was 30. What do you mean?
Technically, you are over 50, Shabby.
Oh, listen. We've been friends for a long time. Let's not ruin it.
You've had 50 full years, and now you're into your 51st. So
I've had 50. It's like Matt. I'm talking to Matt. Matt goes, "Hey, Shabby, you know you've only got about 30% of life left." I thought, "Cheers, Matt. That's a lovely thing to say." Do you know what I mean? I know. What a thing to say, eh? So Shabby bought all the shirts and still went back to Everton. I'm not well. You know what I mean? First thing I want to show is when people do fashion poses. Do you know what I mean? And no one did a fashion pose better than this fella. I mean, that to me. Martin, look at that pose. How is it? There's a load of lads around there, and not one of them battered him.
I'm more concerned about the kid with his head between his legs.
Do you know what I mean? Si, have a look at that for a pose. Brilliant, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I had to send that one in. He was a real cheeky chappy back in the 80s.
Oh, that's a great picture. That is a great picture. But don't worry, there's a few more.
From tonight, Steph, Mark will be sending me that picture, and we'll crucify Martin for the next year with it, I think.
I thought you might have a bit of fodder in that picture.
Oh, brilliant. So the first one I've got is this. So Si put up Fat Willie's.
Of course.
So this is one of those things, everybody, that I completely forgot about. But this was kind of big, wasn't it, in the 90s? Fat Willie's, Billabong, Quicksilver, that kind of thing.
It was a surf shop, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had one open up in Blackpool eventually, and there used to be a little black one that was done like a surf shack as well, and it was opened in Blackpool. And every single season throughout the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, all you'd ever see is these T-shirts on the promenade in all different colours, yellows, oranges, pinks. And
it's funny because that reminded me of another T-shirt, which I forgot about until right this second. Does anyone remember Global Hypercolour T-shirts?
Oh, well, you'll still
you just told you.
He's loving this.
I'm jumping the gun.
Diz, do you remember these Fat Willies?
Fat Willies, because it was always like,
so weird.
What sort of T-shirt do you want? I want a Fat Willie.
Yeah,
and it's like just a bit awkward to say that out loud,
but memorable, which is probably the idea.
There was I mean, where I live, we're like 70 miles from the nearest coastline. You know, we're the centre of England, and there was a surf shop. It's like, you know, we're miles from the coast, but it had a lot of Ocean Pacific stuff.
Open, yeah, I remember that Ocean Pacific, yeah.
And they did a lot of T-shirts like this before they were sold in Sports Direct.
Yeah.
Did
any of these ever have it? I don't think I ever had it. Did you have it, Si? Fat Willies?
Yeah, the Fat Willies.
Did you have a Fat Willies, Si?
Did you have a Fat Willies? I never.
You can have it on the back massive, or you can have like a little logo at the side, and I have the little logo one.
No,
yeah,
I had the knockoff one, Shriveled Willie. That's a pound on the market. Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought. Jonathan says he knows Fat Willies from American movies and TV shows, but never saw them in real life that I recall. It was a phase, wasn't it? It was it wasn't. How long did it go for, do you reckon? A couple of years, if that.
Yeah, I think it probably came and went quicker than we think, but I remember seeing him a lot. Yeah.
That's one of the things that keep an ear out for that, Luke, because half the stuff I'm going to show tonight was here 1 minute, gone the next. And it's funny that, there's only a couple, like your big brands have stayed, but a few of them haven't. The next one I want to show, Nights Out, Paisley shirts.
Paisley.
Paisley.
Paisley tie.
Yeah, I was a king of these. I loved Paisley shirts. I remember Happy Mondays had them, always worn with a cord coat. So I thought, I've got to get one. So yeah,
I think that's more like a Saturday night shirt. I think Friday night out would be sort of like t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah,
and then a Saturday, if nightclub was sort of involved, you'd have to wear a collared shirt, maybe even like you say a tie, and borrowing your mate's shoes because you had your trainers on.
Yeah, you couldn't get in.
So you borrow your mate's shoes.
That's what it was, though, because I remember it used to be white shirt and a Paisley tie. I remember that when we first got into pubs at 14, 15. That's what you wore to look a bit older.
I remember buying a Paisley tie,
Paisley tie. And then it went into Paisley shirts. And I was just a massive fan. Si, did you ever wear Paisley shirts? I can't remember.
Yeah, we all wore Paisley shirts in the 90s. See, you have to have your chinos on, your Paisley shirt.
Chinos.
That's it. Uptown, Boom Boom Street. Your Paisley shirt.
Okay, I turn on, and for what I hear is Shabby says, who had a Fat Willie? I'm always asking.
What stream is this?
So there's Paisley. What's next? Oh, look at that for a look. Now, this is what I mean. We're talking about Paisleys and florals.
That's seriously matching as well.
No, that's a little person with a skirt on, but I will say it's Steph, just in case you think it's me. So what's this number you have on here, Steph?
Oh, I think for me, 90s is and 80s, to be fair as well, it's just colour. All these splashes of crazy clashing colours. And I just thought that just sums it up. And the wallpaper behind as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
With a border.
The borders in the middle,
We all did it.
Come on, it's not straight. It's not straight. Oh, for God's sake! Do you know what I mean? I have to get the border out and so on. But that is an ensemble. I will say that, Steph.
Yeah. Blame my mum.
So we've gone from Paisleys to florals, and look at this for a bad boy. Look at that shirt. I tell you what.
And so leaning against the table.
I'm leaning. Look, it's leaning. So what's that you've got on there? Do you remember, Des?
Oh, that's no words.
Des hadn't frozen. He's just stopped, I think, because he didn't want to tell us.
No words.
I'm going to say you all went then, so I think that's probably a good thing. Yeah.
Clubbing was black trousers, white shirt with a granddad collar. Do you remember granddad collars? I don't waistcoat.
Yeah, granddad collars. Yeah,
granddad collars. See, that's the thing. That's something I've learned from there. So, what's that shirt, Des? Was that your going out shirt? Is that a birthday shirt? What is it? Des.
I don't think he can hear us.
No.
Yeah, sorry, you froze. Sorry.
Right, we're back now.
I can hear you now.
Right. What is this shirt? What is it? Was this one of your favourites? Was this a Des T classic?
It was. I love that shirt. In fact, it used to be a long sleeve polo shirt, and I got my nan to cut in the summer. I got my nan to cut them down, so it was a t-shirt, just like a normal polo shirt. And I loved that shirt. For what reason? I have no idea.
Stu wears shirts like that now. Stu shirts are not that restrained. Absolutely brilliant. Right, there's that one. The next one. Look at that. Look at that for a yellow ensemble he's got on there, R. Martin. Look at that TV in the background.
I know, look at the TV.
I love a good old CRT TV.
And I was trying to work out, everybody, what he's got on the videos right there, but the only thing I can work out is, does that say Star Wars right there? But other than that, I can't work anything out. Oh,
but it looks like he's rocking a good pair of Adidas as well, though. In that
yeah. They look like Lendls, don't they? Ivan Lendl ones.
Yeah, they could
yellow
well be.
shirt. Look at this, looking stylish. you remember these?
Oh, kickers. Oh, they
No,
rock
Rockport.
look like kickers, don't they? Yeah.
To me, like the blue kicker was undefeatable, wasn't it? All through school, you couldn't beat.
Hey, maybe.
And then I left school, and this boot came out, and I don't think there's ever been a nicer boot that went with everything you had than the Rockport original '92
I don't think
boot.
I ever had any Rockports. I don't think I ever had any.
Love that.
They were made by Reebok, weren't they? I remember Reebok made
really?
Rockport.
Yeah.
Reebok owned
Right, I
Rockport.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right,
beautiful boot.
I didn't know that.
And eventually they went all weird and they put like reflexes on and big bubble backs and stuff like that and started patterned in the front. But the original boot, the Gore-Tex Rockport, that original one, it's never been a nicer boot ever.
Gary Moore says shopping with River. I worked at River Island in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Next and River. I worked at both of them when I was a kid. Next and River Island for shopping. Is River Island still going?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think there's a few here and there. We had one locally, but it went a while back. But I think there is one maybe about an hour away from us.
Yeah, we've got one in Blackpool.
Jonathan says he doesn't remember Rockports at all. I think I'll be typing this a lot. What did you wear, Jono? Did you have these, Des? Did you have Rockports?
No. I think I can remember them, but
I can remember them, yeah, but I never had a pair.
They were
I've
pricey,
never
weren't
heard
they,
of them.
Si?
They were 175 quid at the time, and I'm talking 92 here, and that was extortionate money. It really was.
Yeah,
but then what was cool is
over
a
a week's
few years
work.
after they'd come out,
Yeah.
we went to Shabby Geeks when he lived in America, and we went to this big outlet place, and they were selling loads of Rockport boots, like the cherry ones, for like $80 and stuff. Me and my brother Jay bought 4 pairs.
Yeah, you
each.
bought loads of them. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So
Yeah, they were a pricey boot back in the beginning. I think they were probably one of the most priciest at the time. Them and Jordans, I think.
Yeah.
Pepe jeans. Do you remember Pepe jeans?
Pepe, I do remember Pepe, yeah.
Oh, I've got a story about Pepe jeans. I'll tell you if you want.
Go on.
I was going to this nightclub one night, and it was out of town. It was called the Eclipse in Coventry. And a few of my mates were pulling up outside our drive in cars. And in the middle of our drive, we've got this manhole cover, right? And it had been cracked in half. And it was one of them, we'll replace it. We didn't. And I'm going on this night out, and I just bought a brand new pair of Pepe jeans. They were like this black on black. They were really nice jeans. And all my mates were in the cars outside. I've started to walk down the drive, and I've stepped on the manhole cover, and I fell down it, right?
Oh, no.
But I fell down it like that with one leg up and one leg down the manhole cover. I thought I broke my leg. My mates were in absolutely hysterics. My brother Jay helps me out this manhole cover, and I've shredded all my jeans all the way down at the front, split down. And the bruise on my leg, Steph, must have been there for about a year. I thought I broke my leg. So I'll never forget Pepe jeans because of that. Never.
Well,
Do you remember?
weirdly, when we were kids... Oh, sorry, Shabby, go on.
No, I was going to say, just boss us to turn up there. He says in 1991 you couldn't beat a pair of two-tone. Do you remember two-tone?
Yeah,
You had a pair of
yeah.
Valentino ones, green and red. I remember the green and red two-tone jeans that you had.
Yeah.
Champion jumper. Go on, Luke. What you were saying?
I was just going to say, when we were kids sort of growing up, nobody bought Pepe jeans because they were associated with, like, for some reason, they were associated with cowboys. So, like, we never bought Pepe or Wrangler jeans because we associated with cowboys for some reason. Whenever we saw adverts for them, it was like some cowboy with a hat on, and we're like, oh, no, we're not buying them then.
Gary says Pepe jeans with one orange turn up and one green turn up. Boss said they used to have a key ring that came with Pepe jeans.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
There's a few things about that tonight, boss, that show that came with like a little accessory and so forth. So let's have a look. Nike's, Caterpillars, Levi's, T-shirts. I had zero fashion interest back then. My fashion
Does anyone remember when they started putting fabric on jeans? You know, like started stitching fabric into them.
Yeah, like a leather pocket or a leather patches.
Yeah, and like fabric patches and stuff. Yeah.
I remember wearing Z Cavarici tight round the ankle and puffy round the thighs. His MC Hammer pants. Imagine him go to the shop like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fido. Oh, brilliant. Right, should we see what's next, kids?
Dido.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They come screaming back. Everyone wore them at my school when I was growing up. You tried to get them in your team colours because everyone followed a team and you could get them in your team colours. Oh,
That's right. And they were always American football, weren't they, as well? It was American football.
It was American football trainer,
NFL.
NFL,
So that picture there, and then this picture that Luke sent as well. Of these.
Miami
Dolphins,
Dolphins, yeah.
I'm sure it was Adam Berry said. Now, does Pony stand for property of New York?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
Never
no idea.
Never knew that.
As in that's the sort of brand name.
Yeah, I don't
know if that's true or not.
I liked the pony high tops. I've always been a fan of boots. Like proper high top sneakers and so forth. So, yeah, pony.
But going in the 90s, there was an obsession with football boots and with trainers. There was an obsession through the 90s with a flip over tongue. Everyone wanted football boots and trainers with a flip over tongue. I don't know why that was, but
flip over tongue. But your football boots did the same thing too. I remember having a pair of Predators, gold ones that Beckham had. And what is it? And you have to put the elasticator at the bottom of them.
Yeah, World Cups and Kaiser Cups. All the Puma Kings, the tongue flipped over. Yeah.
So So do you remember Pony, Steph?
No, I don't remember Pony, but I had some Pepe Jeans
You did?
platform trainers that were red, blue, and white.
Really?
And suede.
And I bet you rocked them for fun. Look at this.
I loved them.
Oh, brilliant. Gary Moore says, it's the product of New York. Wow, okay.
Product of New York.
I didn't know that.
I never knew that either. Right. Next one, the sweater shop. Now, this I did not remember at all. And two of you sent pictures in for this. So
I remember that.
So what was it about this? So it was. I remember the shops, and so these were made for specifically. You could only get them at this shop. Is that right, Des?
Yeah, I think we saw in Leicester, which is just a train ride just at the next big city from us, and it was a bit of a step up from Burton's and Foster's, but it wasn't quite designer. You know what I mean? It was affordable designer sort of thing. Yeah, and and good quality stuff. I had quite a few T-shirts and sweaters as well. Yeah.
So I know you remember this as well.
It is because in Blackpool, well, it was York. The latest shop to us was this sweater shop was actually York, and I think it's still there as well. I think this sweater shop is still in York. But for us in Blackpool, when you used to meet up and everything, we'd all go to the youth centre and stuff, and all be hanging about. All the girls used to wear these as sweater shop jumpers. It was either these or Benetton, and they all used to wear these jumpers. And I used to think, pretty
Benetton. Yeah.
And it was always that sort of jumper that I always remember on girls like Dawn Urquhart and Claire Ruff and stuff. They used to always wear the sweater shop jumpers, and I used to always think they were dead cool. They're like for woolen jumpers. They were really cool, weren't they? They were right in.
Yeah, were they expensive? What's the
they were in the sorts. I agree with Des. They were a touch up from the Marks and Sparks and your necks and stuff. Yeah, they're about £50-60 a jumper at the time, which was quite dear.
Yeah, did you ever wear them, Luke? Did you have them?
No, we never had not like that. That like Si said, that and United Colours of Benetton. They just were. You just didn't wear them. I don't know why. They never felt like they were for guys. I don't know why that is.
Just didn't. Steph, do you remember these
colours like Benetton, wasn't it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
No. Luke, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap you with me as well, Ubby. I'm going to put you there because every time I put the comments on, you Si looks like me, so it don't really matter. Do you know what I mean? So,
I think with the sweater shop as well, Stephen Hendry used to be their sort of face.
Oh, did he?
Sort of, there's sort of
model. Hendry, you did, you're right. What a memory. That boring bastard.
just responding to Keith's comment there though. But during that time, Keith, there was a lot of teams sponsored by Pony because West Ham was, but Southampton was Pony, Spurs was Pony. Spurs was Pony for a few years. Yeah, they sponsored a lot of teams at that time.
Noel Edmonds, he's probably sponsored by the sweater shop, wasn't he? Noel Edmonds. Do you know what I mean? I still have Terry. Then sneakers up. He's proper dangerous for spending money. Right? So there's the sweater shop. Let's see what's next. Oh, look at this!
Wow.
Look at this! So this was sent in by our Des.
Anyone for golf?
Are they all yours, Des?
Arlington's.
No. I've borrowed this. It's all Pringle, Lyland, Scott.
Yeah, I remember them.
Oh,
Yeah. That was big in Argyle, wasn't it? Especially on your socks as well. Argyle socks and Argyle sweaters like that. It's funny, isn't it? We all thought they were cool. We just dressed like old men.
Exactly, yeah. That's the thing, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, look at Boss Love and Argyle. Yeah, look at these bad boys. Some of these are brilliant. I used to love
the roll neck underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll neck.
What have you got there? You've got
Did you call it a roll neck? We called it a turtleneck.
Okay, yeah.
Turtleneck. Can I just comment on one of TJC's comments there? He's just put, do you remember the cheap copy of trainers? I'm assuming he means from Nike called Knicks.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember? Now I've got a story about that. Now back in, so what will it be? It'll be 88, I think it was, when my mum and dad had just split, and bless her, my mum was working more than 2 jobs, I think, at the time, just to make sure that ends kept meeting and what have you. And I think as a little bit of a to soften the blow, we were about to go back to school after some runners, and she said to us, "Right, lads, when you come home tonight, I'm going to go into town. I'm going to have you get you both a brand new pair of Nike trainer boots and a couple of new bags for school." And we were like, we went to school like the first day, mega excited. Like, when we get home tonight, we're going to have these Nike trainers. And anyway, bless her, we got home and there was these the most brightest, whitest ankle boots, the hardest, most concrete style leather you've ever seen, and they were Knicks. And bless her, we were like, well, we can't say anything, and she was fully expecting us to wear them to school the next day as well. Right? Oh, brilliant! So sure enough, we got our new bags. New bags were great. We had these head bags. Everyone had head bags, didn't they, for school back then? Yeah. And we had to wear these Knicks to school. Well, we got crucified, absolutely hammered. Both of us walked into school that just these pearly white, brightest white Knicks trainer boots, right? We didn't have the hats out to her, but on the walk home, we walked all the and we dragged our feet on every curbstone that was sticking up, on every manhole, just dragged our feet across them until they were virtually wrecked when we got on. We're like, "Mum, they've just fallen to bits. We don't know what's happened. We played football and that's all." And it's the only thing we can think to do. We wrecked them on the first day. So
on purpose. On absolute purpose. Boss and Ollie's have made it
hard, but we wrecked them.
Oh, I don't think. Would you say, guys, that these have gone out of style? Because I remember I used to like Slazenger sweaters as well. They were pretty cool. And Tate and Lyle, like one of you said, Pringle,
Tate and Lyle, isn't that sugar?
Oh,
Loyal and Scott.
Highland Scott.
Yeah.
I used to wear a sugar bag.
I remember Yorkshire Tea jeans. There we go.
Do you remember PG Tip trainers? They were awesome. But if you saw a bloke, Steph, wearing one of these, would you think, yeah, he looks pretty cool? Or would you think, what time is bingo?
No. Yeah, exactly. I think if you've been golfing, like Des said.
You're telling me your Marty's not got one of these bad boys? It's like what Boss said, they've made a comeback. Look,
no, they have not, Boss Fatty. They have not.
Now, this is funny as well, Nixon Brooks. And the funniest thing is, Brooks is actually a makeover that's quite successful. But when we were kids, you're like, you got a pair of Brooks on. It's funny that, isn't it? It's like Axe. You know, always like took the piss if you got Axe instead of Lynx.
One Axe, the German version of Lynx.
Yeah, and Axe is the actual what they sell in America. They don't sell Lynx, they sell that. And the funniest thing is, all the adverts that you have for Lynx in England, we have the exactly same advert, but for Axe. But we were all like, I'm not wearing Axe, it's not Lynx. It is. It's the same bloody thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
There used to be a shop locally in our town called Wise Owl. And it was the cheapest, most naffy, even though I had a really good toy aisle, by the way. But you could get super cheap deodorants, and Axe was in there. And nobody would buy it, even though it was like a fraction of the cost of Lynx. Nobody would buy it. So I'm not having Axe. It's not Lynx, is it? Yeah. Nobody would get it.
Gary Moore says the head bag with removable shoe bag at the end.
On the end, it zips off. Yeah,
I tried to find a picture of it, guys. There was a bag I used for years at home. It was a football bag, but it was a big one, more like a bowling bag, but wider. And it was vinyl. It was jet black with a neon green Puma stripe on it. And I loved, and I looked and I couldn't find it today. But yeah, I did love the football bags when we were kids. Yeah, I have one up in the wardrobe. Says for golf. Argyle's I've seen on the terraces. Look at that. Yes, I suppose all the football lads will wear them, won't they? Next to the Princess Leia outfit, right, Martin? In the late 90s, I was wearing I I wasn't wearing any of this. I was wearing Armani and Versace, Donna Carey. Oh, yeah, see for us. Look at him.
Give up, thanks.
Wow.
The worst thing about that, though, I used to work, like I said, at Next and River Island and Pete's. I had all these jobs in when I was about 16, 17, and I'd save up all my wages, go out and buy an Armani shirt and have no money to go out with. Do you know what I mean? I'd end up with like, I'd have 150 quid, spend 100 on a shirt, and I'd have like 20 quid to go out with. How many times did you lot do that? What was your big ticket item when you what was your step? What was you had to have it when you were a teenager?
It's the baggy jeans.
The baggy jeans, yeah.
Big bell bottom, like flared jeans.
yeah. What was yours, Des?
With the platforms underneath.
He looked about 7 foot. Like,
I think you always wanted that sort of, you know, whatever the motive were on your chest, whatever that sort of motive were. But what I would never pay a lot of money for was jeans, because I just thought they're jeans.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Whether they're sort of whatever, you know, Armani jeans or whatever.
I've still got my Armani jeans.
But
Love
they're
them.
just jeans. You just get just a good quality pair. But you know, like a pair of Next or something like that. But I'd never pay over the odds for jeans. But just a nice smart sort of sports sort of polo shirt or that's the sort of big items. Like you say, Shabby, you don't want to spend money on your kit because then you can't go out.
I always did. I was an idiot. I was 110. I remember Armani jeans were 125 or 110 in the 90s, and I always bought them. And I don't know why I did, because I mean I was a chubby kid. It wasn't if they made me look like Brad Pitt because I put them on. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this will get the ladies. Some metal bird on the back of my ass. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What about you, Si? What was your thing, Si, for you that you had to have?
Oh, there's too many. I couldn't name them all. There's too many. I was banging to fashion in the 90s. As soon as I left school and I was at college, I went straight working for a fashion house, and that was it. I've always been into fashion. So for me in the 90s, there was a lot of stuff, to be fair. So I've always been wanting to spend money on clothes, even now. I always have been.
What was yours, Luke? What was your go-to?
Well, we were always, me and my brother were both the same. I mean, we were always very conscious of what we're wearing on that, you know, whether it be shirts or I mean, when we were going out at that point, jeans and stuff. Now, jeans had to be Levi 501s. That's what everyone sort of said, you know. Then you'd look at, if everyone had jeans when you went out, you'd look at their ass because you're like that. Oh, red tab. Oh, it's a white tab. Oh, it's an orange tab. Or whatever it was, Levi's. That was always important. Yeah, it was weird. But the biggest thing that we spent most of our money on, the most important thing, whether you're going out or whatever, was what was on your feet. Trainers was a massive thing when we were growing up, so we spent most of our money on footwear, and we still do a little bit. I mean, obviously, I buy a lot of toys, but
you said that story. You've told it before when we've shown you your trainers off, Luke, where you bought stuff that you could afford now and can get hold of now. You went back and bought all the old school ones, and I've got pictures of them tonight.
Yeah, all the trainers that we wanted as kids, but like your mum, Shabby and Si, our parents had to buy everything twice. So it was always that bit more difficult. So if we wanted Jordans, they were 120 quid back then. So it was 240 quid, you know. Yeah. So we were always quite obsessed with footwear back then. And I probably still am a little bit now. So yeah, it was always footwear was our biggest ticket. That's where we spend out most of our money on trainers.
I've got some breaking news here. Did you see this for breaking news? John was a model for Guess Jeans. Do you believe that?
Wow.
I'm going to be asking him about this in November.
Yeah. All he had on was his Guess jeans and his Yoda hat.
I never had brands, always unbranded stuff, and mostly trainers were Reebok. Teenager in the 90s. I've still got about 3 or 4 pairs, boss. I've still got them. I kept them. I've just kept them. I've got a black pair, stonewashed pair. I've got a nice, and I always think they'll come back in style. They'll come back. But they never do. You know what I mean? Gary says Levi's 512 boot cut. You remember the boot cut ones? Yeah. Look at this. I didn't buy any of them. They gave them away at the fashion shows we worked at. I tell you what, you've learned something new tonight, Steph.
It's amazing.
Dark horse sags.
Don't get upset, Keith. All the cool inventions like with the wheel happened during your teens. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, button fly. Look at this. Button fly says Q 501's button fly.
Yeah,
Si had decent clubbers to be fair. You've said the same thing about Boss though, Si, when you say he likes all the cool stuff like you do.
I don't think every time me and Boss meet up and we go to Echo, all we do is talk about fashions, what you've been buying and what you've been looking at lately, what we used to wear and stuff. I don't think we've ever had a conversation about Star Wars. It's always about what we did back then and what we're still buying and stuff. I like that, you know what I mean? Boss, like I said, he's one of them lads on the terraces, and it's them lads that follow the fashions for the rest of us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can have good conversations if you like your sort of gear. You can.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Biggest model we met at parties in those days was Kate Moss. Laughed at me because soon I saw her on the couch. I jumped over the back of the couch and plopped myself right next to her.
I think I would have done.
Brilliant, John. Brilliant. Miriam says black 501s and black leather biker jacket and a pair of dog martins. Look at that. That is brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. I'm a shoe and glove model. Miriam that was pretty much my wardrobe for the 90s. Yeah, I think Tez's hasn't changed much either. With his plaid shirts and his t-shirts and his cherry Doc Martens, he loves that one, doesn't he, as well?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's see what's next. Diesel. Do you remember Diesel?
Oh, yeah, Diesel.
Yes.
Diesel's still around though, isn't it?
It is still around. Yeah. But the reason I pulled this up, because if you remember in the 90s, they did very controversial advertisements. And I went through them as well. And this is that the more or less the one I could use on YouTube, because some of them, man,
I don't remember these.
Yeah. Really, right. But what they were famous for as well is, remember, they put the label straight across the pocket.
Oh, Diesel jeans. Right. Yeah. And they were expensive, weren't they? But they were really nice jeans, Diesel jeans. Really nice.
Did you have a pair of these, Steph?
No, I didn't. No, Mum wouldn't have gone for them at all. No point in getting designer stuff.
You see those adverts and went, she's not wearing them. Do you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Too edgy.
I can't remember if I had Diesel jeans. I remember there being a Diesel shop in Blackpool, so there was a big Diesel shop there, wasn't there? For Diesel.
Yeah, it didn't last long. No, it wasn't there long.
Because I know they're still, like what Luke said, they're still making them now. The Diesel's still going. But is it as big as what it was, Diesel, do you reckon?
I think jeans selling TK Maxx, and jeans still hold the price, about 60, 70 quid. So if you go in TK Maxx, you'll still find Diesel jeans in there. It's still quite a hefty price and stuff. But I don't think as a make it is what it once was.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
when I think about Diesel, I just think of like aftershave and perfume, you know, like rather than clothes. I don't think of clothes, weirdly.
Yeah, the Diesel aftershave,
I remember that, and that's what we're going to do as well. I think I was going to do another one of these on gadgets, 90s gadgets, and also on 90s aftershave, because we all love the aftershave then. And I was going to include it in this, but there is so many of them, boys. There's just no way. We'd all smell like tarts and bags. So there's no way we can put them all on. I remember the Benetton being crazy outrageous for ads, but Diesel lads. I read up about a couple of things that you lads had sent and Steph had sent, and I was like, I don't remember him, so I looked it up, and the controversy around Diesel advertisements back then was pretty bad, to tell you the truth. They just wanted to be out there, didn't they? So there's Diesel. Right. So what's this, Steph?
This was the millennium. This was 1995, December 31st, and it was a millennium party.
Right.
And it's the crimped hair, and you can't really tell there, but it's the gold plastic nails that literally just stuck on.
Oh yeah, look, you can see him. Look at them sides.
They're so long and proper, just plastic. Like you just press them on, and then the crimped hair. Oh dear Lord!
Look at the crimped hair. Is that how long did it take you to do that to your hair?
So Dad used to do that for me, and it would take about an hour.
Did he? Brilliant. Brilliant.
We'd have the TV on. I'd be sat on the beanbag, and he'd be crimping my hair as we watched TV.
Do you realise none of us have met your dad? So if your dad ever comes up, we'll all go, "Oh, that's the one who crimps hair."
Yeah, that's the hairdresser.
Well, that's probably better than Slipper Dad, as he was known, because he walked through my school in his slippers once.
We should have got him on the stream. We should have got him on.
I know.
Oh, brilliant. So that's New Year's Eve 1999. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah.
Brilliant. So how old are you there, Steph?
1911.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Look at this with a stumble, Steph. Look at this.
So this was Paris, and yeah, so you can see my platform trainers. I
There
love
they
them.
are. Look at those
they
bad
were-
boys, Des.
They were my Baby Spice platform trainers with the denim tops.
Like
And
it.
then yeah, just crazy patterns and colours again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, brilliant. Look at that. Look at it. Oh, I think I'll go for pink, red platform shoes. Oh, brilliant.
For
brilliant.
walking around Paris in. I mean, geez.
Oh, do you remember these boys?
Oh, I do, yeah. Yeah, I remember them.
So I think that's is that Adidas Lendl,
Yeah.
Adidas
mid
Lendl.
80s. I think there was two designs. There was that design, and then there was more of a
They have stripes on.
that sort of design.
Yeah. I love that. The 1990 West Germany shirt. Brilliant. One of the best shirts they ever did. Absolutely
100%.
fantastic. Yeah.
100%.
It's for me, as TJC said, it was always bootcut diesel jeans, Hugo Boss shirts, and he used to spend a fortune on clothes. Gary says, when we were playing soccer football, we had Old Spice and Brute Theory as fresh shower. Look at that. So he remembers. It was the 80s. I worked at Goldberg's, and one of the guys used to steal 2 pairs of jeans a day, mostly Wrangler. That's what the jeans I just bought were Wrangler. Is that a publicity shop? I win. I bet Sabby's favourite advert was the Brute 33 Christmas one. Brilliant. Were those Heelys, Steph? Do you remember Heelys,
No.
Steph?
I do, yeah. I
No.
remember Heelys.
Really? Because I didn't think they were out then.
No, they were out in the 90s. I'm sure they were
I
Heelys.
thought they
Yeah.
were.
Because I remember all the kids, when I was a teenager, the kids would go around on them, and I was like, what the hell are those? No, they're just plain old platforms.
I know this is a bit controversial, Steph, but it made me laugh, so I'm going to put it up. The thing you missed is Steph, that her hair was crimped by her father, who is bald.
Yes. Yes.
Win. Apparently, no one had any fashion sense in the 90s apart from Steph. Oh,
Oh, please,
brilliant,
no.
brilliant. So these sort of tracky tops were perfect, weren't they? So there's another one right there. Do you remember that one?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd wear that. I'd wear that now.
I was going to say that looks like something that you'd see on Luke Reynolds' videos on Sundays.
latest
Wearing something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
I
wear that
much
now.
prefer that Adidas logo as well to the
the
I always
trefoil.
do.
Yeah, the
The fleece
trefoil is better than the Adidas equipment badge. Absolutely.
Yeah, but there is an Adidas equipment bag. There's a jumper I put in here that I loved, so I'll show you in a sec. But look at that bad boy.
Yeah, that's the Lendl.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
what we're looking at there, late 80s, early 90s, that, isn't it?
No, I'd have said that's about 85, 86.
85, would you?
Yeah.
Is that yours as well, Does? Is that one you found?
No, that's just one I've pulled off this 80s sort of group.
Yeah,
Fine.
old school edition. It's funny, isn't it? Because it looks dated, but it still looks super cool now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You'd wear that today all day long. You'd wear that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
Just, just not when you're eating spaghetti bolognese.
No.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Say a lot.
Hey,
That's pre-lean, that is.
that's semi-lean.
You look like you're trying to.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's nothing there, but I'm trying to.
tight
So he's
jeans,
got... Yeah.
Diodora trainers.
I was just going to say,
Diodora.
you've got Diodora trainers on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a brilliant. Look how cool he looks. Look how cool he Look at him. Puma top. Look at that. Was that really shiny, vinily kind of, what is it, material?
Yeah.
What was it
Yeah.
called?
Yeah,
I
can't
don't know,
think.
but
Like a satiny, wasn't it?
It was that, yeah. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
brilliant
And
picture.
I've
I
got
just like the
the,
way that Des, he bought the same colour as the shed, which I'm really impressed with. That's pretty cool, Des.
Get the shed in, Mum. Get the shed in. You know what I mean?
that's actually my dad's Avery. But
Is it?
Oh, it's an Avery, Simon. It's an Avery sign.
my dad, he still does. He still keeps birds. It's
Oh, brilliant.
the funny thing is, my sheds in the garden are the same as that, and that's not just purely by coincidence. Random
Yeah,
fact.
that's a great top. That.
That's a
Yeah.
great shot. Look at that. Have you got headphones in as well? Yeah, you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think
Yeah.
there were earrings.
It's
Yeah,
not.
they're definitely-
It's not a Walkman. It's a Boots sort of.
Who is that Tom? Because I'm from a Puma.
Yeah,
It's Puma size. Puma.
Yeah, I was going to say I've sold those sort of
Yeah,
similar
don't
to
zoom
that.
in. Don't zoom
Yeah.
in. You'll see all the spots.
SPX.
Oh,
Yeah, SPX3. And that, to be fair, is probably the only hoodie I've ever owned was an SPX hoodie, and it was all orange and black, and the hood was orange inside, and it had the SPX logo all over it. And I used to love them trainers as a kid. They were just mint. Yeah, love them trainers.
And now these have gone. They don't make these anymore, do they?
No, that's an SPX now.
Do you remember these, Steph? SPX?
No, not at all. So they looked to me more like a Vans type of shoe when I was younger, but no, I don't know SPX.
Yeah,
there was something about that oversized trainer, wasn't there? Early 90s, like your Jordans and your Patrick Ewings and these sort of things. It was moon boots, like.
I mean, the thing is, weirdly, I look at them and I think they're so horrible. There's something pretty amazing about them.
And I wear, and that's all I wear is massive chunky. My wife goes mental because she thinks I'm too old for it, but I love wearing these sort of big chunky boots. I love it.
They're terrible, yet they're amazing. It's just, yeah.
Do you have a pair of SPX, Howard Des? Did you have a pair of these?
I had a pair of Kappa, very similar to that, but just plain white. Just Kappa,
I did have some SPX. Oh, look at them.
Wow.
Yeah, but you say that, Luke, but look at the prices. Back for the 90s, $74.99, 80 quid, 90 quid.
They were cheap.
Yeah.
So the pair I had was in the bottom right corner there. They were trainers, but they were so cool.
The Cobra 3s, them ones?
Yeah, they weren't the ankle boots. They were right in the corner,
Was Troop and SPX the same thing? Same company? Because look, they always put them together, don't they?
I think they were loosely connected. Now, weirdly, I mean, I know you're going to show it, Shabby, but I don't know if it's a Mandela effect, but I always thought Gaza endorsed Troop.
And it wasn't, was it?
But it wasn't.
We'll get to that picture. Yeah, I thought that as well. But look at those middle ones, those Troop at the bottom. They are beautiful.
Yeah, Troop were meant.
Yeah.
Awesome. They're the ones I had.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's be fair, the Troop Cobras were probably one of the nicest trainers ever, weren't they? I used to love that sort of Cobra snake design down the side. They were just mint. They went with everything as well, didn't they? They went with everything.
Wow.
But my laces, I used to do my laces up like graffiti laces. I used to buy the big fat ski laces, get some white ones, wrap them over so they look like graffiti trainers, like big. I still do that now, funny enough.
But it's funny because I have an issue about price of trainers. That's probably why I showed Simon trainers a couple of days ago. I don't think he'd speak to me again. I'm glad he's on tonight, to tell you the truth. Because I didn't realise in the 90s they were still like that. Because now in America, I don't know what it's like in England, but in America, some of these Nike high tops, they're like $250.
Oh,
they're mega expensive.
Crazy money.
Yeah. I'd love a pair of those Troop Cobras. Yeah, they were double nice. So there's Troop and SPX. Just think, Steph, you look at you're getting an idea of what all look like in the 90s. Do you know what I mean?
Picture those trainers, Steph, with very tight jeans and a curtains haircut. That's what I look like.
I'm glad you hey Steph, I'm glad he's mentioned curtains hairdo. I'm just gonna say
I was cool as hell.
Love some curtains.
Oh, I love them. Look at that, man.
Now look at this. Now that's shell suit material, you can tell. And look at the bottom of it, Des, where it's elasticated at the bottom of them.
They were brilliant though, weren't they? I used to love my blue one.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they're so good.
Shell suits, and that's what it was called, wasn't it? A shell suit.
Shell suit, yeah.
Jeez. Tell us about this, Steph.
So this was, I think, the 3rd of January 2000, and we were visiting the Millennium Dome. And I put this in because my dad's two-tone blazer.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
Stop. Why is he dressed like Doctor Who?
And then I've got my combat platform trainers on, and of course my baggy jeans. And to compromise, because grandma was going to be there, mum didn't want me in jeans and a t-shirt. I had to dress up for grandma, so she said put your leather coat on.
Oh no way.
But ironically, Steph, those jeans are now fashionable again.
I know.
Everyone's wearing baggy jeans again.
Now, come on, your grandma's coming. Put your nice coat on. Your grandma's coming. I'm having you dressed like this with your bloody grandma's here. Now, come on.
If your dad's going to wear his velour jacket, you have to dress nice.
Brilliant.
Once you get that TARDIS, you can put that coat on and do. Oh, I tell you.
So her mum made her put a coat on. Her dad did her hair. She looks nice. She looks all right.
She had to unpack himself, didn't she, mum and dad? I tell you, in this house.
Brilliant picture. Look at this picture. This is awesome. Man. Oh man, I remember that haircut. Look at that.
It was I used to have a note on it, Brill cream.
Yeah.
I'd be about 16 there. And that's my brother, and he's bloody wearing one of my t-shirts as well. You'd often go around town on a Saturday afternoon, and you get a bit of money in your pocket, but just been paid, and you get a couple of shirts, and then you go out round town, and then he'd walk in there with the shirt I bloody bought in the afternoon.
Oh no,
nothing to wear. I wore this.
Right. So say I had this orange leather jacket, orange. It was bright orange, and the size of me, I looked like a bloody. Do you know what I mean? But I always stole it. I always stole it off Si. One thing I'd never steal off Si. Si had these Vivian Westwood tartan trousers with chains on the things on the back of them, and you look like a right plum walking around Blackpool in them. Do you know what I mean? Well, you couldn't walk like that because the things on there's straps on the back of them. What the size, so you couldn't walk.
Yeah, one strap on the back. We could take it off. Just you were that stupid. You didn't realise you could take it off.
Please stop me. Like I've just escaped. If you like elasticated bottoms, well, hang on a minute. We need to talk about Steph's jeans in this photo. What were your jeans?
They're in fashion. They're in fashion.
I don't know what those ones were. Nice. It wasn't like a brand thing when we were younger. It was just if it was the right style, then it was fine.
Yeah. After this photo was taken, Steph rode off with a bicycle gang, a motorcycle gang. Steph's gran was Mrs. Brown. Brilliant. Hey, Mr. V. Hey, Mr. V.
I just see Musk's comment at the bottom.
Yeah. That looks like an Italian exchange.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, brilliant. Win says, wow, that t-shirt must be washed in Daz. It's whiter than white. Look at that. Brilliant. Des is about to make someone another. I had the flat top haircut in the 90s. I know, brilliant. That's a great picture. Did you fall out with him over stealing clothes? Were you not bothered? Because Smitty's side fall out big time.
Look at the size of him. I couldn't fall out with him.
Yeah,
just pretty icky.
Yeah, breaking that shit up. I'm having it.
Oh, brilliant.
No, we get on great.
Were you and Joe like that as well, Luke? We sharing clothes? Were you
we used to swap. We only had a couple of moments where it went wrong, but we used to swap clothes all the time. But every so often, we would take something, and it went severely wrong. So I remember coming home from college one day. My brother had football training, and Spurs had just brought out their new shirts. And this was then, they're bringing them back now, but this was when you could buy long sleeve shirts as well. You could buy them in long or short sleeve. And I'd just spent a load of money on the newest long sleeve Spurs home shirt. And he was in a rush for football. And just as I walked in, he used to iron everything. He was ironing this football shirt to go to football training in it. And the iron was on too hot. He didn't check the temperature. And he just went like that, straight over it, and just dragged. This shirt just disintegrated under the iron. And he put the biggest hole in it ever. And bless him, but the week after he bought me a new one. But then a few years later, because we used to do this with football boots, for example, with the same size foot. So we'd often wear each other's football boots. He just bought these brand new Nike R9 football boots.
Oh, the first Ronaldo, that was R9, wasn't it?
Yeah, R9, yeah. And he'd gone, they were brand new, and he was still wearing his previous pair, but he had these in the box ready to go when he wanted his new ones. Well, I was rushing to get out to football, and I couldn't find my boots. So, of course, I popped my head into his room, didn't I, and saw these spanking R9, brand new, and I was like, yeah, go on, then, I'll wear them.
I'll score a hat-trick, so he'll forgive me.
You know I'll wear them, brand new, like 100 quid or whatever. So I wore them. And this kid in the game, I remember this kid tackled me. Now, to this day, I have no idea how it happened. But as he tackled me, his stud got jammed between the sole and the boot and just raked the sole off. It was flapping, just flapping like that. And I was like, how am I going to do it anyway? I chucked him back in my cupboard and never told him. He came over. I don't know where they've gone. What, are you sure you left them in your room? They were right here, mate. He found them, of course, but I was like, yeah, I never got him any new ones either. Bad brother.
Hello again. Finally made it home, says Gilster. Does anyone remember Zubas? Zubas? What's that,
Zubas?
Gilster? No.
Zubas,
I don't
no.
remember that. No. Is this still the Thatcher days?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are these? No, what we're looking at, Mr. B, we're looking at old fashion from the 90s. Fashion from the 90s. And I tell you what, it's been brilliant. I've loved this so far. Right, let's see what's next. We've seen our Des and our Steph looking cool. Remember this?
Oh yeah.
I knew you do that.
Brian Clough.
Yes.
Brian Clough.
These ones as well, Si. These are actually, they brought them back in the 90s. There was two of them. There was this one, and then there was the other one with the Pro Evolution in the middle, the Umbro Pro.
Yeah.
I couldn't find that picture, but
it had like a triple badge, didn't it, in the middle?
Triple badge. You're 100% right, buddy. 100%.
Yeah.
But I loved this shit. You must have had one of these, Des, playing footy like me and Luke did.
I think I had one from our local football team. That sort of style, and that sort of you when you buy it new, it's sort of wore in, isn't it? You know, I don't know what the term is, but when it looks used.
You buy it like this, exactly right. So it's worn. So what these are, Steph? These are like a denim. It's like a denim kind of feel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not denim.
They were rough, yeah. They were coarse, weren't they? They were.
Yeah, it's like I put it more down to more like a rugby kind of. But it was a training drill shirt. Yeah. So when I looked for this, everyone, I had to put right in training drill, and this is what it was, training. But we'd wear these to the pub and whatever, wouldn't we? These I was never out of one of these. They were.
I'm sure when Oasis when they played Main Road, Liam come out wearing a Man City one.
Yeah,
that he'd have got from the sort of
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I loved them. So do you remember them, Steph?
I remember the guys having things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Wearing them because but I think that's another thing as well. Get me wrong, everyone. I think you could wear that now. I think it's a timeless classic, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Zubas is a 90s favourite sports team coloured with zebra stripes.
I don't remember that.
Never heard. No. Remember this?
Turn it Taylor.
Why not like that?
Taylor, yeah.
So there's a couple of England ones I wanted to have a look at, but this was the one that stood out to me because it's bloody awful.
Well, it's the memories of it, I think, isn't it?
It's the memories of it.
Must have been 94, was it?
94, this one, yeah. Look how low the Umbro, the England badge are on it. It's like money in belly button. It is. I mean, just terrible, that, yeah. Look at that. Shabby, you could wear that now, but would you want to? I'd wear that Umbro top now, definitely.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. But shell suits like this, I mean, when did you think, when did they actually die off? Do you remember?
Shell suits?
Yeah.
Early 90s, wouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, that was 94, wasn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I suppose back maybe mid to late 90s, maybe?
Yeah, maybe mid then, yeah.
Yeah. What was your colour, Steph? What colour was your shell suit, Steph?
I think it was probably pink and purple or pink and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
pink
the
and
kind of
yellow.
colours
I
you
remember
got.
pink and yellow.
What about you, Des?
Was
yours the same colour as your dad's Avery, Des?
Yeah, ironically, yeah. I can't remember having a suit. I can remember having a pair of England trousers.
Yeah.
But I can't remember having the sort of the suit as such. But yeah, because they had that sort of lining in them, didn't they? It wasn't.
Yeah,
just
it was.
Yeah.
They didn't last 2 minutes though either. Did
they went through.
Did not last at all.
They went through quick. Yeah, they went through because they had this cottony lining, didn't they?
Yeah,
they had like a cotton lining inside,
that's
and then
right. They were hot. I agree with that too. Yeah. He's like, "Ooh, do I not like orange?" Remember Graham Turner? Turnip Taylor. Next one. I love these.
Yeah, it's a lovely Caterpillar boots.
Yeah, my mum had Caterpillar boots.
I wanted these for years when I was a kid. Years. And my mum got me a pair for Christmas. She got the box, right? So I got these box. And I opened it up, Caterpillar, and I opened it up. She put a dirty old smelly pair of shoes in there. Do you remember the sign? And I was gutted. She had him, but she took him out of the box and hid him. And I was like, I was so excited. But I've just ordered a pair. I've just ordered a pair of these now again for the winter. These were my favourite boots ever as a kid because a lot of people like Doc Martens, didn't they? But these were always my favourites.
Yeah, Doc Martens were quite good.
Boots
yeah. And what was the other one? Timberland did.
Timberland, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All black Timberlands. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
But these were the suede cats. Remember, it had a suede feel to them, and I liked them in black because obviously the camel ones didn't last too long.
I think the term shabby is new book.
Yeah.
New book, thank
Yeah.
you.
New book.
Yeah. Do you remember you used to get that thing with him? It was only a special
Cleaning
new book
kit.
cleaner.
Yeah,
New
cleaning
book.
kit, yeah. Can we say the cleaning kit with them? So,
Oh, brilliant. Chelsea's were late 80s, surely. I was about 12, 13, unless you were from Liverpool. But that's the funniest thing, boss, because that's what I thought. But that tracksuit there, that England one, was 94.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, they lasted some time. Those Caterpillar boots were awesome. They just, I loved them. Any of these having these then, Caterpillar boots?
I didn't have any.
No,
Oh,
you can still get them.
My mum did, yeah.
When I go and get me work boots, you can still get them, and they're about 150 quid a pair.
Yeah, they are. Or if you go on Amazon US, they're $89.99 from 150. They're on sale Prime Day. So just so if you want to yeah, they're just awesome. I loved them. But again, a boot like that, I don't think goes out of style, does it? I just think it stays.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty universal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it's making me want to buy a pair now.
It's a pair of alcoholics right here. So, who's this lady? Is this your mum?
No, that's my aunt.
Right, that's
My
probably the
mum's
best.
sister.
She looks hammered. look at the crown on her head. Crown on her head's at the side. Do you know what I mean? Like, brilliant.
So
brilliant.
yeah, that's my Aunt Rose, and she's got her shoulder pads on.
Brilliant.
And then
Proper
I've got
dynasty
the,
like that.
yeah, and then I've got the scrunchie because you've got to have a decorative scrunchie.
There it is. Yeah.
And the fluffy collared cardigan.
Very
So
nice.
I was probably about 12 or 13 there.
Now that obviously is a Christmas stew, or was she that drunk she thinks she
Yeah.
was the queen? Is that what?
So our friend used to
Brilliant.
own that pub, so we went there for
Oh,
Christmas,
brilliant.
like meal around Christmas time.
So how old are you there? About 15?
12 or 13.
12 or 13. Unbelievable. That
early-
picture of that
early
woman is
2000s.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, Rose was kind
Yeah,
of
still
stuck
wearing
back in the 80s and 90s with their outfits, her and Grandma.
Here's a reminder for you. Zoe was born in 1998. I know.
Yeah.
How weird is that? How weird is that? That was brilliant. Keith Knight said he had Dr. Martens black with white stitching blacked out. He still has them. Yeah, they lasted ages. I know Artez, like I said, is a big fan of Doc Martens.
I had some with roses that went up the ankle.
Did you?
Yeah.
I gave up on Docs, Keith. They were a right nightmare to break in. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But what was the thing about Doc Martens? Oil-based platform or something, wasn't it? You could walk in oil or something.
Yeah.
You were just yearning for a
Oh,
car to
yeah.
crash in. So you could walk in it. You know. Shabby, that is a real crown. Don't forget it's Slady Steph. Oh, brilliant. What's this, Des? Look at Des here. Right there. Brilliant.
Yeah, this would be 82, 83.
Yeah.
It's my brother's birthday, so this is all the sort of the kit we're sort of wearing. It was that sort of end of the sort of the mod revival. So we've all got monkey boots on and sort of
The
maybe
socks.
stay press trainers
and still leaning against someone's head.
Leaning, look, still leaning. Still, even look at the picture. Even the picture's leaning.
I don't know why everybody, because we never had parties at our house, so I don't know why we're all there and why I've got my mates there for my brother's birthday. In fact, I think I've got more mates there than my brother's.
Just brilliant picture. It looks like an album cover of The Verve.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great picture, Dad. Great picture. Juicy Couture. Do you
Oh,
remember
gosh,
this?
Yes. Yeah.
I have absolutely zero clue what that is.
You have until I show you this picture, right? So there's Juicy Couture, which was famous, but then it's like you get into the velour tracksuits. You've got to remember that.
Oh, right.
You see what I mean? Name me one bird from the late 90s, 2000s that did not have a Juicy
God.
Couture
Yeah,
velour
my
tracksuit.
goodness.
Unbelievable.
All the chavs, yeah.
Chows.
My God.
I would have worn one. But do you remember? Do you remember? So did you have anything like this, Steph? Juicy Couture.
I didn't have
honest.
Juicy. I didn't have Juicy, but I did have the velour tracksuit bottoms. Yeah, I didn't have the tracksuit top. It would be a cropped top to go with the
Just
velour.
brilliant. Look at it.
Mark,
Yeah.
if she had to dress nice for a grandma, there's no way your dad was letting her go out with juicy all over her arse, was there? Let's be fair.
Can you imagine saying, I've just done your hair. You're not going out looking like that. Oh, sorry. You know what I mean? Oh, brilliant. Jono, I used to jog in them up and down, run up and down in the Doc Martens. Sod that, Keith. I like having feet that don't bleed.
Yeah.
Juicy, they are. Gilsey remembers it. I bet he does. Having a look at all the backside. Sadly, the chavs are still wearing them, Steph, says Jono.
Oh.
You do still see the odd one around here in them, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I know our younger brother used to wear velour tracksuits. Didn't he say he had that brown one that he used to wear? Did you lads ever wear velour tracksuits? I know it was a ladies' thing, but it went into men's, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, I never, and I had a velour sweater, and it was like a going out sweater almost. But that was it. Yeah,
velour sweaters. Look at that juicy couture.
Yeah.
Helly Hansen. Do you remember these?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do remember Helly Hansen. I was never a fan, so I never had anything, but I do remember.
You look like you're going sailing in that.
Yeah, well, that's what they were. Yeah. The Parkers, weren't they, in windbreak? We all had boats in Blackpool. Do you not know?
Yeah.
Rowing away.
My work coach is Helly Hansen.
Oh, is it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Look at that. So I'm glad you said that, Dave, because I thought this was a company that's been and gone, but they're still around then, Helly Hansen.
Oh, they're still around. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and for a winter coat, it's bloody freezing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a windbreaker, isn't it? Like a yacht kind of, you know. But I think I've noticed through some of these jackets and stuff that I show, it was like a phase, wasn't it? Because it's like they've gone for a certain look, like a Parker or a windbreaker or something like that, you know.
Yeah, an anorak. That's the
anoraks. Yeah, if you wore below tracksuits and sat on a Drayton sofa, you might never escape.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Naf.
Oh, Nafco 54.
No, Nafco 54. This one.
There was two. Yeah, there was Nafco 54. Yeah.
Oh, now that's new to me. Then I never. What's the difference then?
Well,
I don't know. I think that this one was the cheaper one.
Yeah,
but again, it was a jacket that was popular. It was quite
popular. The logos
popular,
were very similar. They were both coloured logos, but one was slightly cheaper than the other.
Yeah. I think this was Naf not French, and this Nafco was the British version.
Yeah.
So it was two separate
market. Was Nafco off the market?
Ooh.
Yeah, Nafco. They were quite a popular jacket, but they were the cheaper version, weren't they? You could get them
never ever knew that. So Naf and Nafco weren't the same thing then.
No.
Wow. So which one did you have more of, Si?
Probably Naf because I've always been a sweater wearer all through my life, ever since being 16, and I used to love. I used to have one it was purple. It had a big N on the front. That's all it had on, and there was loads of stuff in the N, and I loved that. I wore it to death. Do you know what I mean? So my favourite is probably Naf out of the two. Do
you remember Naf, Steph?
Vaguely, not particularly.
I don't think. Did you have any Naf Des or Luke? Did you have any Naf?
No, I can remember mates having it. I never had it.
Mates having it, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have any, but a lot of kids at our school had Nafco 54 jackets. The one you've just shown, they were popular.
The Nafco jacket, yeah. I do remember him, and I do remember seeing him. And these that sort of look, I definitely remember. Was Naf the official brand of Everton? I tell you what, you get some people, don't you?
What I will say, Shabs, is like going back to what we said about Benetton and the sweater shop. A lot of the girls used to wear Naf. You used to see them a lot in Blackpool with the Naf jumpers on. Do you know what I mean? Because again, the colours were always pastels and pinks and nice colours and stuff. So like you'd see lads wearing it and stuff, but you'd be mostly the girls wearing a different Naf jumper.
But it was definitely a unisex brand, wasn't it, our side? Yeah. It was a unisex.
Yeah.
Fantasia VIP crew. What's this side? Rave windbreakers.
Remember the rave jackets when they're in the years of 92 up to 96? Everywhere you went, there was always rave jackets, Fantasia on the back. Or I remember Daniel Poole jackets with the DP and the big reflecting logo on the backs. And these windbreaker jackets just seemed to be everywhere when I'd left school. Everyone was wearing them.
Yeah, I don't remember that a huge amount of them, if I'm honest.
No, I remember the collar, but I remember Ralph Lauren jackets looking like this. With just a plain Ralph Lauren with it was like navy with a
maybe.
But I don't remember these. Do you remember these, Ardes?
Yeah, vaguely. But I think they'd be for that sort of not the generation younger than me, but the lads like yourselves, just that 3 or 4 years younger than me would be wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lisa.
Leslie, yeah.
Man.
That's come back though, Leslie. It's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back.
They are Boss remembers and Bomber Mark II jacket. They are the Ravers jacket. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. 92. There you go. So you're right.
It's got one that used to say Technics on the back. I used to love my Technics one.
The Technics. Oh, griefs. I've not thought about that for you. I had the funniest thing is I was trying to find the ones I had. I had the demi boot, of these. And I saw them online on eBay, and someone wanted 250, and they were battered. And I thought, I should have kept mine. But Elise, do they still make Elise now?
So that's weird, that Shabby, because you've just said Elise. We call it a Lessie, and some people call it a less.
And we always called it LS.
Yeah. It's always been a less for me. Yeah.
Yeah, they were perfect.
That's come back though. That brand's come back.
Yeah, I did enjoy those. I really did. Matt says he still has a leather bomber jacket. They never go out. No, they don't. I agree with that. Yeah, I had E-Crew coloured Alessi or Elise or whatever. My favourite shoes of the night, says Martin. Yeah, brilliant. He went with his Pringle jumper, Steph. He looked awesome in them. Do you know what I mean? Pete, you should get your clothes out of Sylvania family scantalogue. I wouldn't throw shade on Shub Stubby shorts. Brilliant. G'day, PGM. Oh, brilliant. TJC says, you remember getting a logoed bomber jacket from Dance and Soul Weekend as he worked?
Yeah, they were everywhere, weren't they? Different logos on the back, different raves, different companies, sometimes even Acid House Smileys. They were just that sort of coat.
Ministry of Sound on the back.
Ministry of Sound ones, yeah.
Look at this picture.
You look like a Ukrainian refugee picture. Can you save these kids?
Do you never read the book that they made? We saved them all.
Can you spare £1 today?
No, I can't wait to hear about this picture. Brilliant. Little Red Riding Hood.
I was just about to say, when did you meet the wolf?
Obviously, not on the left.
Look at these two. I didn't know Shabby and Steph knew each other as kids.
That is magic.
So tell us about this picture.
So, Mum and I think this was my brother's birthday party because they're all my brother's friends, and my brother's second from the right.
Well, I hope so. So how do all these kids be in your house?
I put this in because of all the different styles and fashions.
Yeah, there is a lot in there.
Coats and the colours and then
the hating broke.
I can just hear your mum, Steph. I can just hear your mum going, "Shut up and let her get in the picture. Shut up." Stick on the end.
Go stand with them. Let your sister in.
Oh, that's brilliant, that picture.
PGM is the Von Trapp family. That's a great thing. But you are right. I'm glad you said that because look at all those fashions.
Yeah, there is. I love the kid in the middle. He's rocking some green joggers there.
Yeah, he knows he's in business. Look at him.
He loves it.
He loves it. Look at that. Brilliant.
So that would have been winter, which is why I'm so wrapped up.
Yeah, look at that. Father, can you trim my hair, Father?
Peter.
I think you're in the stables, Father. That's brilliant. Oh, and there's another one. Look at this. Look at this here. The paisley kind of. What is that? Oh, I remember this. Where you went. And the what is it like? The shorts underneath it. Yeah.
The shorts under the skirt with the like the lycra shorts, and then the big fat trainers. Yeah, and again, it's just all the colours, and like my brother's wearing Super Mario shorts with turtles trainers.
Love
And...
that.
Hey, I tell you what, your mum got the money out of that cardi though. That's twice we've seen that. Do you know what I mean? Put your best cardi on. We're going to Disney. 100-degree heat outside. Oh, all right, I'll put it on. Oh. That's brilliant picture. So look at you. Look what's your brother got on here? Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Is that, it has. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers.
Turtle trainers.
Turtle trainers. Yeah, you're right,
turtle
Luke.
socks.
Brilliant picture. Brilliant picture. Look at her like, what are they doing? What's she doing? She's wearing that bloody cardi again. Look.
Turtle trainers.
Oh, brilliant. Look at the size of her earring. Oh, no, that's just a shine.
I know. No.
Carl Kanai. Do you remember Carl
Oh, I
Kanai?
used to love Carl Kanai stuff. I used to have a
I
pair of
remember
Carl
it
Kanai
again,
jeans and
Bradley.
boots. I think, though, what you've got to remember, when we get to the age of 16, I think our music preference also debates your fashion sort of sense. And as a kid, I was never out of the clubs. I was never away from raves, and I absolutely loved hip-hop and electro. So that sort of make of brand and that sort of stuff I would look out for, do you know? And Carl Kanai was just a company that was started off early. It was always promoted in like the shows I used to watch and stuff. I used to love that stuff.
And it's like
Didn't last
Kangol.
long,
I remember Kangol gear as well, though that's still going. And Kangol's a very established luxury brand. I didn't know that. And it actually means it's cashmere, Angola, and wool. They cut it all down to say Kangol side. That's where it came from.
Right,
But Carl Kanai, I remember you having a grey cap side with Carl Kanai written on it. I remember that.
Yeah, it's the like the calling of Carl Kanai. I did.
Martin's got some breaking news for us. The kid next to Steph is a priest.
What does the kid in the green pants do?
I don't know. He's probably in prison. Oh, brilliant. I bet that kid in the green trousers used to beat up everyone at every playtime. Matt's Collection says, Minnie's wearing the same outfit. You think Disney could afford another dress for her? Well, it's 90s, I suppose, yeah. The woman in pink shirt wants to kill Mickey. Here we go. Carl Kanai, not Kevlar option.
No Kevlar option. Oh, Matthew.
The crazy thing about these old pictures, everyone is skinny. Outdoor pictures today, and holy hell. Would love to stay on, but sadly I have to head off. No problem, Wayne. It's nice to see you.
See you later,
Wayne. Right, let's see what's next.
Wallabies.
They're wallabies.
Yeah.
Although I think they're Clarks, but that's just the generic. And I think that's the colour that I had. That sort of lilac.
Awesome. Yeah. You had a pair of lilac one of these are the ones, Des, that you had, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think they were Clarks. I think Wallabies was an actual brand, but I think that's the sort of colour that I had. But they were so comfy.
Do you know the funniest thing is, I don't know whether you have them over there. Over here, there's a big company called Hey Dude. It's shoemakers, Hey Dude, and our Suki loves them. I think like the youngsters are buying it, if you whatever, and they look exactly the same as these, exactly. And it's funny that when you sent this picture, Deb, because I remember it was only last week. It was her birthday last week, so she bought herself a pair, and I was like, "Wow, they're just like Clarks. They're just like Wallabies." Do you know what I mean? And she had no idea what I meant, but they were big, weren't they, Si and Luke?
Yeah, they were.
I remember him.
You had like an outfit, didn't you, to go with it? You wore that. It was like a hoodie top, wasn't it? Like he clips down the side, and then you had pants with the like purple arms and stuff down the side of him, and then you'd have your Wallabies on, wouldn't you? Do you remember them days?
Yeah.
And you'd walk up thinking you looked cool, and you looked all
right. I had a very similar pair. They were Nicholas Deakins, but they looked virtually the same.
Deakins, I love Deakins shoes. Yeah.
Steph, do you remember these Wallabies?
Not at all, no.
No, they were.
On those.
Yeah, we were all big fans of these. It was the Britpop era, though, wasn't it? I suppose. And these
I just can't imagine what they go with.
Everything.
I mean, I'm guessing jeans, but
hang on, we've seen your outfits, and you're concerned about what this goes with.
they look quite old person-y.
Look, Shabby, that cardigan goes with everything, all right.
Yeah, there you go. You see, Bosk is right. Liam G swears by these. Yeah, he does. Yeah, brilliant. Next one. All got to remember these.
Oh yeah, classic.
Right, yeah, they're kickers, aren't they? Yeah.
I used to love the blue and white ones, but as I got older, I used to love the all black. So everything was black on them. Everything.
Me and my brother got expelled from school for wearing kickers.
Really?
You're joking?
Yeah.
Shoes.
Our mum. Well, that's what our mum's thought was, but she bought us a very, 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 very dark blue pair of kickers and sent us to school in them. And they were noticed from the head teacher like they're not black. because they had a bit of white stitching, so they stood out a little bit. And they spotted that they weren't black, and because they had like a Caramac sole, didn't they? It weren't a black sole; it was like Caramac colour.
Yeah.
And that's a blast from the past. Yeah, I remember.
So they sent us home in them. My mum contacted the school. She then got black boot polish and polished them black. So like sent all the stitching black and everything. They were kind of ruined, but polished them black. We went back to school and they sent us home again, and wouldn't let us sew. She kept us off for about 3 weeks until they agreed, because she's like, I'm not buying more new shit. I've just bought them. So eventually they caved and school let us go back after 3 weeks. But yeah, we got sent.
And these were Steph. These were a staple at school. You had Farrah trousers. Do you remember Farrah trousers, boys?
Yeah. And you had to leave the tabs on. You had to leave the leather tabs on, didn't you?
I told you a story,
right?
So,
but they didn't look like that.
Oh yeah, the boots. It was the boots that I think most of us had. The boots, wasn't it? It was the boots that we all had. But you are right. That story about him, it had to be black for school. I completely forgot all about that. But I tell you a story about Farrah trousers.
Like the ones at the far left. That's what they look like. Yeah, the far left side.
Yeah, the ones bunched back at the back left of the like could do with a bloody good clean.
Yeah. But I think that picture could be from any of our wardrobes when we were kids, couldn't it? That picture. Any of us had all that sort of stuff. Farrah trousers had that yellow tab with an F on it. Do you remember?
I always remember thinking it looked like a pound sign. That's how I used to.
It looked like a pound sign, right? So it had these little tabs where your pocket was, and it stuck out like that. Well, my mum got the idea, and I don't know whether me and our side told her that people were cutting them off. People were cutting them off and so forth. So off this day of school, my mum had sewn it down, and we were like, "It looks fake! It looks fake!" Do you remember, Si? I'll never forget it, Amory. First day of school, got me kickers, got me Farrah trousers, picked them up and go, what have you done? Well, I'm not having anyone that cost me a fortune. Then no one's going to take your tag off, and we were like, "Oh no!"
Can I just add something to that, Shabby?
Yeah.
When me and my brother got a pair of Levi jeans each, because we used to badger out, we want some Levi jeans, Levi jeans to go out in, and when I used to tell her that story that everyone used to look at what Levi's you were wearing if you were. So she ironed the tab because it was on the back pocket, wasn't it? But it always curled round, didn't it? Always curled round.
The little red one. Yeah, I remember.
But she ironed it flat. So it was dead flat and sticking right out the side pocket. And me and my brother did the same. Mum, it looks fake. You've ironed it so flat. It looks fake. What a curl round.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Miriam says she got the grandkids kicker boots last Christmas.
Yeah,
I love kickers.
Well, that pair at the front, the green pair, there was a thing on Facebook. Kickers done who's got the oldest pair of kickers, and then green ones are from 1992. And I sort of said these are from 92, and I want a free pair of kicker shoes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I always remember the sole on him didn't last long, did it? The sole.
The sole on these lasts forever.
Yeah, they were super hard wearing. I remember our soles.
That blue pair at the front is that they're Zoe got us them off Vinted recently, and they're the first pair of ones like that. Were the first pair I got at my mum's club book when I was 16. They were 40 quid, and I thought, right, I'm only 16. I'm still growing. I'll get a pair of size 9s because I was size 7 at the time.
Right.
I'm 53. I'm 53 and I'm still size 7.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. But I just remember the little red tab on one side and green tab on the other.
That's right, red and green. Yeah. Did you keep the thing on it as well? It was like a flower, wasn't it?
Oh, we used to have to collection at our school. It's when you said that, Luke, about you being sent home with them, because in our school they were a massive staple. And if you remember, again, going back to the girls' side of it, they used to do these in pastel colours, like pastel pinks, didn't they? Like greens and stuff. So the girls really took to him. But the girls used to be one for having loads of them tags on there. Didn't they used to have loads of them on?
Adam Berry says, best man in Essex still got he take us all to cleaners, Adam. That's probably why. I remember winkle picker shoes. Yeah, PGM says winkle pickers. I remember the previously enjoyed phase where they used to have that phrase instead of saying it was a used item. Yeah, previously enjoyed. Yeah, exactly. I met a load of girls like that. My friend's mum got him some jeans at a thrift shop. He said he didn't want used jeans. I said no, they are previously enjoyed jeans. God, old Berry. Right, let's see what's next.
Cross colours again.
No idea what that is.
Remember the Fresh Prince? And I used to love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I used to rush on to watch it. And it was on BBC Two on it on at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I used to always wear cross colours. Again, I think it goes back to the music scene of it. And because I was big into hip hop at the time, and cross colours was an up and coming hip hop make and stuff, and they were always worn by Jazzy Jeff and
I would have seen them then. I didn't realise that was the brand.
If you go back to that show now, watch all these shirts. 9 out of 10 of them were cross colours. So
all the kids from a different world on the side. You know what I mean?
Different World was another one. Dwayne Wayne used to always wear them and stuff. And but that sort of hat, I used to collect them sort of hats in the early 90s. I had quite a few of them. And
I don't remember that one. I do remember this one.
Yeah, I still buy see today.
Line of Judah 90s bucket hat. Do you remember that, Si?
Mm. Yeah. And again, it's a company I still buy.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
I can remember people having a lot of that sort of colour, and then badges or pendants with the Africa continent on.
Yeah.
How many of you wore a CD round you? Do you remember the CDs you used to wear?
Yeah, the CDs.
Honestly, it's not a lie, Steph. We used to put a CD on a necklace and wear a CD and walk around like that. You know, CDs were all rage when we were. We wore them.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen badge. I remember the African badges as well. But yeah, they're still see.
Didn't Flavor Flav have the big
clocks?
Big clock.
He still does it now. Yeah. He was on Jimmy Kimmel last week. Still rocking one of it at 67 like that. Loving it. But Stussy was a big mate, wasn't it? Stussy.
Yeah, I remember Stussy.
It still is to this day. I still buy Stussy to this day. It's a company that started off by a graffiti artist and a skateboarder. And I love that. I mean, a lot of their ideas that they went into Stussy is what I'll be using for Manga Fandango. I like the way these two lads did it and how they set it up. And again, there was no rush from them. They weren't greedy. People found them, and that's what made the success of it. Yeah. But yeah, Stussy's still as big today as it's ever been.
Geek Strong said it was all about basketball sneakers, untied with the tongue pop out. Gotta love the 80s, yeah. Dino, I used to have a high top trainers with the tongue massive hanging out, and then old Converse All Stars, yeah. I still wears All Stars. Boss says Stuffy's a top brand. It was a one. It was a really good brand. Hey, biker.
Yeah,
Stussy's a massive skateboarding brand back in the day. Is that what it was? Skateboarding.
It was one guy on the skateboard. Spray artist.
Yeah. Yeah, people wore car badges. Yeah, we had.
Well, Beastie Boys made the VW badge around the next, didn't they? And
I remember the news, weren't they? Like, people going mad because all the Volkswagen signs were getting nicked, weren't they?
Mercedes signs were getting nicked off cars as well, weren't they?
I'm a bit older. We didn't have CDs, but we wore 8 tracks back then. Brilliant. Steph, they could afford clocks back then in Blackpool. Stussy's still expensive these days. Proper old school brand, yeah, brilliant. So there's Stussy. Let's see what's next. There we go.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I used to think he endorsed Troop, but it was Rip. Yeah.
Oh Rip. Gosh.
But is he wearing? Are they Puma?
Yeah, Puma. Yeah, it was done by. Remember, he got in trouble because Adidas. Sponsored him and paid him a fortune in the FA Cup or in a game. He actually blacked out the old Puma and wore his black Pumas.
Yeah,
and
he used to wear Puma for it. Yeah.
That's why I always wore. Even now my football boots I've got are Puma Kings because of Gascoigne. But then Adidas got him and he got in trouble for it. But I never knew it was Rip Sport that did this.
I thought he did Troop. Yeah, I was convinced it was Troop. So some sort of Mandela effect maybe. But yeah, look at them though.
But look at that! Look at that shell suit there. 90 quid for a shell suit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I didn't realise as well. I didn't realise he had a twin.
Yeah. There's him, his brother, and PGM right there. As you can see, you know what I mean. So, Rip, yeah, brilliant. Oh, now here we go.
So Centre Parks.
A mini rally burner.
I was just looking at that burner.
I knew Luke would be looking at that. Like,
just looking at it, is that a mini burner?
And look at you, dead embarrassed with your dad's shorts. Look, I can't believe he's wearing them in public. Look.
Yeah, again, it's dad's sort of t-shirt and sort of that style with the socks up and the white.
Yeah, look at him. He's gone for the Stefan Egberg look right there. Do you know what I mean?
Good old Stefan Egberg. I actually wear Adidas Edberg now, actually, for pickleball.
They're Brooks, aren't they? That he's got on.
I love a toe strap as well. They've got like a toe strap.
He don't mess about your dad, does he? Look at this.
I'm loving them.
This. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's just the patterns and the colours again are just scream 90s to me.
Oh yeah, it's a great picture. No, I really appreciate you sending them in. It's brilliant.
Capri ski coats. Oh man!
Oh, wow.
Capri ski. Now, Steph, let me tell you, if you did not have one of these, there was something wrong with you, wasn't there?
Oh, I remember waiting for my mum used to work at Bins. Oh, it's House of Fraser, but it was called Bins where we were. And they just got Capri ski coats in, and we were just like, "Mum, can we have a Capri ski?" And she brought home these bright green and pink, and they had a big logo with a skier on the back of it. Oh, they were brilliant.
Look at him!
Wow.
Yeah.
Now they look like someone queuing up at the job centre, doesn't it? Look at him! Look at it. But these, I mean, sight, you know.
I remember mine, like Luke, mine was pink, it was black, and it had this green, like luminous material. Do you remember the old JD logo that had like little squiggles in it, and it had like squiggles all over it? It was weird.
Look, that was the logo. I can remember just above the pocket there. That was the logo. Yeah.
We're from the north. We don't even know what blooming skiing looks like. Couldn't even spell the word ski, but we all want ski. Have you been skiing? No. Where have you been? Wimbley.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're brilliant. Wow.
Yeah. You must have
absolute shocking.
No, well, I had a knockoff one. I didn't. I never had a proper. But all the kids at school had them. It was 150 boys in my year, and they're all over 100 have got these.
Yeah. Capri. I couldn't find a thing how much these actually were, but they were pricey, weren't they? These weren't cheap jackets.
Oh no, they weren't. No, they weren't cheap at all.
No. Capri jackets, brilliant. Keith says Johan Cruyff was sponsored by Puma and Holland's kit was Adidas. Cruyff had a special shirt made with just 2 stripes.
Is that right?
I loved Nevica.
Remember though, it's like because we come from a single parent family and I have 3 brothers and my mum brought us all up. And so when you got anything like this, even though you was a kid and you moaned for it and you kicked off and you either got it for your birthday or for Christmas, you'd feel $1 million the moment you got it. You'd moan for it for that long, and you knew that your mum had spent a bit of money getting it and stuff. You knew how things were fixed when you were 14, 15. Yeah. So you looked after all this sort of stuff, didn't you? You looked after your gearing.
Yeah, I completely. And I think that's where our love from our end side, love of toys comes from. Same thing. It wasn't as if your mum was out every week buying them. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So you looked after everything, didn't you? Does anyone remember Nevica or Nevica?
Nevica still do stuff now. They still do. When we go boarding, we still see Nevica stuff now. So yeah, they're still going.
Steph, I hope you're writing all these down to get Martin's wardrobe up and running. You know what I mean? Kickers, Capri, do you know what I mean? Like Pringle, Boss says, anyone remember Skira from the market? Skira. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that one.
No, I don't remember that one, pal. Yeah, Adam remembers it, but no, Skira, what was that? Bloody hell, these clothes remind me of a Wham song. Adam says, never had a Capri jacket, but he had a cheap, no-brand one. Bloody loved it. I think I have a photo with me somewhere. Yeah. It was funny, that, isn't it? Because you always think when you're in your 20s, 30s, you bet you expose. We were all like it when we were kids. Yeah. Brilliant. The James T-shirt.
Yeah. I think they sold more T-shirts than albums, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, the summers in Blackpool, God, these were absolutely everywhere. You could look. Everyone had a James T-shirt, everyone.
Yeah.
They were nice T-shirts, weren't they? They were cool.
What these were, Steph, it was the band James during the Britpop era. And so what they did was when Sit Down came down and all them and Laid and all that sort of stuff, Desi's 100% right. I think the merchandise did better than the actual music. Everybody had them. And there used to be a nightclub on Central Pier called Oz Nightclub. They have a techno room in the front and a in the back. An indie, like a Britpop, a kind of indie room in the other side of it. I mean, you'd walk into the indie part and everyone would sit down with one of these shirts on, but dance like that on the floor with one of these shirts. Everybody would. But yeah, the James T-shirts. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
James T-shirts were not big down here at all. The band was, but don't remember anyone. Oh, well.
No, I don't remember anyone wearing T-shirts where I was.
Yeah,
they were
big in
massive.
Blackpool.
Yeah, they were huge. Manchester, Blackpool, they were massive James T-shirts. Did you have one of these, Des?
No. I was as much as I love the music, I was more of a Roses man or a Flowered Up.
Yeah.
Got a few
Oh, do you remember the
Flowered Up.
Roses one that he wore, like the pharaoh necklace
Yeah.
on the T-shirt? They were
Yeah, with the
awesome.
money,
They
yeah.
were
I saw
really
that one myself. It was £10 notes, and it was done like
Yeah.
the fairy. It was a cool T-shirt. That.
It was a cool
Yeah.
T-shirt. So James T-shirts, well done, Si, for that one. Oh, now look at these
no.
Kappa, Fila,
Yeah.
Lacoste.
Sergio Tacchini.
Yeah.
There's even a pretty green one in there as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone was wearing Fila boots at one point when I was at school as well. Fila boots was a huge thing. Yeah, look at
But
them.
do you know what? You could wear every one of them now today. Every single one. No problem whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Now, Steph, what we were talking about before with the trousers, there it is. There's the F. That's the Farrer F that looks like a £1 note. So you're exactly right.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Go on, Des.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're all smart. They're all sort of sporty polo shirts, but yeah, a pair of jeans or a nice pair of Farrer slacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bosk is 100% right. Terence Clobber, definitely, definitely. Well, I would. You go to football wearing one of them. Do you know what I mean? Any of them would have done. Sergio's right there. Lacoste, Fila, Tate and Lyle. Couldn't he spell his name on the James T-shirt? Yeah, it says MES on back of it. Oh, brilliant. Joe Bloggs.
Oh, Joe Bloggs was massive, wasn't it? Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. I remember
Berry Street, Manchester. Yeah.
He
just took over the world, didn't he, Joe Bloggs? It really did. It was everywhere.
Yeah, they are. Joe Bloggs Street.
Yeah. Now, am I wrong in saying that these were the original 90s baggy? Because these were massive baggy, weren't they, Joe Bloggs?
They probably were. I remember Joe Bloggs, and I also remember Eclipse were quite big at the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Amazon's just turned up. I apologise. Dogs ate the Amazon person. But yeah, and 90 colours of Benetton. There you go.
Yeah, I remember that.
So name me a girl you knew in the 90s that did not have one of these sweatshirts.
Yeah, true.
But again, Shabby, like you were saying earlier, they used to do quite sort of controversial adverts.
They did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a TV advert, but a poster. I'm sure there were one with a newborn baby.
There was one with a newborn, and they were always like different races and so that's what we say in our house. We always say, "Oh, look, it's United." Every time we have a photograph taken, we say it's United colours of Benetton. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, if Pete Green was in that 48, it's a recent one. Yeah, but
that's just one I've pinched, boss. Yeah.
It is funny though how Pretty Green goes in with all those. So it does go with your feeler and your Elisa. So I'm kind of glad you put that in. As I mentioned the other day, a mate of mine had a Lancia car that had feeler
interior.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Do you remember the old bloke about the bloke who was eaten by a crocodile and two of the campers said, "Look at that flash bastard in his Lacoste." Here we go. Adam's still got Farrer trousers. Yeah, they were. Yeah, Farrer trousers, brilliant. Eclipse were big down here. Naf. Yeah, we've done the Naf.
Yeah, we've done Naf and Nafco 54. Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, if you want to look like Harry Styles." And he says, "Well, you are 6'9", so too tall for them kind of threats." Brilliant. So Benetton we've done. Yeah. Henry Lloyd we've got right there. Do you remember Henry Lloyd?
I do, yeah. Again, it were a brand I was big on, but I do remember it. Yeah.
Was Stone Island big in the 90s? Was Stone Island in the 90s?
Massive.
Yeah, Stone Island, yeah.
But don't forget, we were at an age in the 90s where Stone Island was a bit too out of our price range.
Yeah, I didn't have any of it.
I buy Stone Island now, but I used to realise that when I was a kid and I used to really like it, it was so expensive, so you didn't buy that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was the stuff that, like what Bosco say, the terrace lads wore, everybody wanted to have. Do you know what I mean? But it was way out of my price range when I was 18. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way out.
Can you see the theme though, Steph, with all these jackets? Can you see the theme? Do you know what I mean? Or like
we all like sailing.
Or, you know?
I was going to say, yeah, the nautical look.
I'm very nautical. Do you know what I mean?
And, squared off colours.
Me inside, stood outside a conservative club wearing one of these. You know what I mean? Oh, you know.
Never been to a marina in your life.
No.
I can't even spell marina. Yeah, I've got one of the jackets on. Do you know what I mean? What do you like doing, Shabby? Watching Howard's End? Do you know what I mean? Jonathan says, for all the attention that Benetton lads got, I don't recall many people wearing this stuff in real life. Was it just right, without trying to sound sexist, was it was more of a girls' brand, wasn't it, Benetton, Steph?
I thought it was.
Yeah. Because
I think I put it down to the colours, wasn't it? It was a lot of them sort of pastel colours that in the 90s girls would take on more than we did. So,
yeah.
I used to like Benetton jumpers. Strap ones was just the logo one. You know, like the ribbon logo on the corner. They're the ones I used to like. Nothing else but them.
That's right. The
they were cool.
Logo. Let's see what's next. Chippy. Do you remember Chippy?
Yeah, I feel like Chippy stuff. On his shirts though.
Chippy was, it's weird that Chippy, when you put this up, Si, I was like, what? Because I remember having or was it you, Si, that had that red rough shirt that was Chippy? It was a red shirt that you had that was Chippy.
Yeah, it was a red shirt and it had a dark tartan collar and two tartan pockets, and the Chippy logo used to always be written on the pocket. So I used to like Chippy stuff, but I only ever liked the shirts because it was like bearing into like hippie wear, wasn't it? Like because it was a lot of like stitching like that and that sort of ethereal sort of.
It looked like some woman in a wagon made it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly what you mean. Boss says all the kids want Stone Island these days. My 12-year-old asks for it. See all the chaps at the football wearing it. But I remember it, Boss, and I love Stone Island. I just didn't remember if it was a 90s product. I couldn't work it out whether it was 90s or not. So
it's been going a while.
Okay, TJ, I'll show after this. Go on, Des.
It makes me laugh. There's some memes, all these memes going around when you see not necessarily football lads wearing the Stone Island, but someone's nan, and she's got like some sort of, and it's got the patch on their arm, and it's got, you know, when you've got afternoon tea at 3, but Millwall away at 7. You got the Stone Island.
Get the badge in.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Right, Steph, here's another one of Steph's fashion choices right here. Brilliant. You look like a girl from a milk tray advert, Steph.
I was going to say, and tonight
we were on on holiday. No, and we it was those times when you used to have to dress up for dinner. So Mum would dress me up in these little dresses, and my brother in these little suits. And it's the tie and the style of the dress and those fabrics again with the velour sort of top, and then this sort of awful shiny fabric.
Brilliant.
I tell you, there's only one thing I can say in that picture is look at them fucking curtains. Jesus.
I know.
I thought it was going to be and dancing the tango.
Next on Strictly. Brilliant picture, Steph. Brilliant picture. Guess. My wife asked me to put these in. Guess Jean. She was a massive fan. So were you a fan of these, Steph? These were the big thing, weren't they, in the 90s?
Guess didn't really come up with us. No, I didn't really do Guess.
My wife tells me that Guess jeans in America in the 90s for women, and especially look who's doing it. When you got Crawford doing it and Naomi Campbell and all them, they were huge, and it was always this. This is what they looked like. It had the triangle on the back of it for Guess and the Guess jeans on the back.
No, it was never a big thing for us. No.
Wow. Do you only realise you remember Guess?
I don't remember Guess. No.
Oh, massive in America.
Jeans,
massive in the States. These were. British Knights.
Oh, British Knights, man. Yeah.
I lived in that tracksuit
love
when I was
British
a kid.
Knights. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's more trainers for us, but
brilliant. Yeah. Well, I want to show you something. So, British Knights, I used to love them as a kid. I used to wear them all the time, and I never ever knew that they were made again. I just thought, and I'm on Amazon one day, and I was looking at something old school, and they came up right. So I bought a pair. Wait to see these, and they still do exactly the same way as they did when we were kids.
I was going to say, do they still look like they used to? Because they do like more of a baseball boot sometimes now, don't they? But...
So basically, it came in the same. Remember them? So it's exactly the same. They've not changed the box or whatever. And look at these. Look at these for old school.
Oh wow!
They're so good. Wow.
You want to see? You want to
just
see
said that you wear them?
No, I've only worn them once. Right, and the funniest thing is though,
just check what you wear them. No,
No. Well, I'll tell you the real reason why I don't wear them. But anyway, they're exactly the same make, same everything. The little tab on it, and you remember as well that it came with 2 shoelaces. It came with black shoelaces. It came with white shoelaces, right? So I thought, oh, I can't believe I've got them. I wear them for Joe Fest. So I wore them for Joe Fest, right? But there's a reason why these were cheap trainers, right? There's a reason why, because they're not real leather, are they? They're just plastic, right?
Oh.
And so what happened is I went to Joe Fest and with all the lads and I'm in them all day, took them off at the end of the night. Oh my God, I've never smelled anything. I have never smelled anything like that in my life. And I'm sharing a room with John and Scuba and all. I thought, oh my God, what? So I had to get a carrier bag and wrap them in the carrier bag, spray them all down. Honestly, they smell so bad because it's not real leather, like I said. Yeah. But even now, they're about 60, 70 quid. So I should have known then, really. Do you know what I mean? When I'm turning around to you lot and saying, oh, the shoes nowadays are 250. I'm buying plastic British Knights at 60, 70 quid.
But again, they also did some great stuff and some great tracksuits like that one there. It had the same like design, the diamond design on the front, and I can honestly say I lived in that jacket. I absolutely loved it because I was more like you said, like I wasn't one for a full tracksuit, but I was one for a tracky top. But you know what I mean, with jeans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Mark, can I just ask you? Boss has just sent me a picture. I've just sent you now a messenger. Look at this for a dapper kid here. Look at this.
Right, let's have a look. Hold on one sec.
But again, I suppose like kids of today, it's when you look at clothes of today, they're so expensive, aren't they? Like, but so it's a shame for what the prices are today.
Let's have a look what he's just sent. Oh, right. Okay, I'll show this. Right. So this is what Oscar's just sent.
When you say sent, I don't know how long it's going to take you, so I don't know whether to jump in.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that
mini boss.
Mini boss. Yeah. That's brilliant. Wow. Mini boss right there. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
looks like he's on his way to Craven Cottage.
Yeah, Kosh up his
sleeve. Yeah, he definitely does. Brilliant picture. Here's another thing for you. When I was a model for Guess Jeans, that my first encounter was with supermodel celebrity. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever. Oh, there we go. Hang on a minute. Now I've lost my bloody thing. There we go. Where is it? There it is. Right. So we just had a look at the British Knights, didn't we? So let's get that back up there. So BK. So Des, Steph, Luke, British Knights. What do we think?
I can remember British Knights, but I never had any of it.
You never had any of it? No.
No.
Yeah. I never had any clothing. I had some trainer boots.
Yeah.
Steph, whether it's too hip hop for me.
I don't know this, unfortunately, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, BKs were awesome. I didn't know they were big in America, but they're massive it was as big in the States, because I was talking to Andy about it, all the Chronicles at Joe Fest, and he's saying, British Knights were big over here in the 90s. So I thought, wow. Nice. Remember these bad boys?
Oh, I love polo stuff in the 90s. Loved it.
Yeah.
Never had anything, but I do remember it massively,
Polo
I was a big fan.
Baby Fat. Do you remember Baby Fat, Steph?
No, I don't know Baby Fat.
Baby Fat was massive. It was the girls wore this. It was the cat. It was by Kamora Lee Simmons, and she was part of Def Jam. Once she married, what's he called from Def Jam side? And she started her own line. Russell Simmons. She started her own line, Baby Fat, and they did the jeans with the cat on the back of it like that.
I've never seen that before. Oh man. No.
So this is a big 90s brand. Now she's still going, but it's not as big as it was. But the thing for them was to be as tacky. It was going the Versace way, as tacky as possible. Do you know what I mean? And remember boots with the fur and juicy bottoms and all that sort of stuff. That So that's what that was.
Awesome.
Timberland. Remember Timberland?
Yeah. Timberland. Yeah, them jumpers. Yeah, I remember them.
And then,
they've never gone out, have they? Really, guys?
No.
Remember the 2 metal things, ringlets in the underarms, like there.
Yeah, great Timberland jumpers.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That is a haircut.
No,
That is a haircut.
I'm just going to leave that up for a minute because we're all taking the piss out of our Martin here. Well, Steph is because she sent it. So if he's got anyone to blame, he can blame Steph. But we all had that haircut. Every one of us.
I had that haircut. In fact, I think mine was even longer than that. Yeah.
Well, you are now.
Brilliant, brilliant.
He rocked the curtains for quite a long time.
Walking around LA in 99, seeing a woman in Guess t-shirt, and my mate shouts, brilliant. Yeah, that's an awesome picture, Martin. Who's that with, Martin? Is that his mum?
It's his mum, yeah.
It's his mum. Well, that's an awesome picture. Brilliant, brilliant picture. Gola.
Oh my God! You wore these at my school, you'd have got battered.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
Wasn't that the weird thing about like Dunlop and Gola? You wore them at school, you got hammered, but then later on, as you got a bit older, they actually became fashionable.
They look cool. They look cool because I saw this advertisement for them, and I thought I'd put it up because even though me it was like I won't be caught dead in it, I agree with you now. I'd definitely rock a pair of these.
It came back round. Well,
oh no,
I went through a phase not that long ago where a lot of my mates were wearing Dunlop Green Flash, and they were cool as hell.
Dunlop Green.
It's that retro thing, isn't it, I think.
Yeah.
But if you wore them at school, you'd have got hammered.
Yeah. Can you imagine your mum though, Des, bringing you home a pair of Gola? You wouldn't be happy, would you? Let's be.
I can remember my dad bring me a pair of trainers, and it's like, and they were like, "What the hell are these?" And I can't think how old I'd be, maybe sort of 10, 11. And he said, "Yeah, but Seb Coe wears these." For those that don't know, Seb Coe
I know Seb Coe,
And I'm like, obviously it's the biggest lie you could have said. And I'm like, Seb Coe wears these. I wore them to death because Seb Coe wore them.
Yeah.
You know, just how
almost as cool as Steve Cram.
Yeah. You was easily brainwashed in your house, Dad. Definitely, weren't you? I wouldn't have fell for that.
Russell Athletic, yeah.
I had in the last year of school, you could wear a burgundy sweater, and I wore a burgundy Russell Athletic sweater for all year. Loved it.
I tell you what was weird. You know, past few years, some of these big brands have been crossing over and doing like crossover makes and stuff. And Russell Athletic did one with Hugo Boss, and I bought a jumper last year, a year before, and it's Russell Athletic, but it's Hugo Boss as well. So it's still going. This make it still seems to be. But they always make great sweaters, didn't they? They did.
Yeah. And the last job I worked at, all our work coats were Russell Athletic. They're all
brilliant. Right, now we're getting to trainers, and these Luke sent some of these in, and I had a pair of these, and I put the ones I had in as well, but. These to me, Patrick Ewing's were the absolute bee's knees. These were brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and it came with a little basketball. Do you remember?
Yeah, you had to keep that on or put them on your jeans.
Yeah, I mean, look at these.
God, the little basketball you got with them. Yeah. Did these pump up as well, or were they just chunking up front?
So these were made for Patrick Ewing to commemorate the first All-Star game in Toronto. That's why they've got like little maple leaves on the front. But one thing I found out recently that I didn't realise, can you see the tiny little white dots on the toe?
Yeah.
They're actually maple leaves when you get up close. They glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, they are maple leaves.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. They're really, really cool. I loved Ewings when I was a kid.
How the hell did we walk in them though? Because we
I was going to say, how rigid they are.
Well, these are the ones. These are the ones I had as a kid, Luke. These ones. They're the exact ones I had as a kid.
Yeah.
I honestly, Steph, I loved these things. Loved them. Absolutely brilliant. Look at them. Ewings, 33.
Yeah, absolutely loved Ewings. Yeah.
Look at that. See, I could walk on the moon on them bad boys. Look at them.
Yes.
And there's
there you go. Yeah.
The only Ewing I knew was from Dallas.
Good old Bobby and JR.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, during the 90s, me and my brother followed basketball massively. It was the sort of Jordan era with sort of people like Patrick Ewing and Scottie Pippen. We followed basketball massively. So basketball trainers at school were massive. They were everywhere, but they were so expensive. Yeah,
brilliant. Calvin Klein. remember Calvin Klein sweaters?
Yeah, them sweaters were everywhere, weren't they? I remember them.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein sweaters.
There's another pair of trainers that have got your leather.
High-tech silver shadow. Come on. You know,
The thing is, I can remember when they came out. Was it High-Tech Strada as well? And if you had a pair of them in the sort of mid to sort of late 80s, you were sort of, because that was the first thing that was affordable that you could get from the local sports shop. Yeah, and it was like it was either them or it was plimsolls.
Yeah.
So you'd take them every day.
A lot of middle-aged men wore them for squash and things, but there was just something about them. Yeah.
You saw them turn up in shoe market, you think they've gone up in the world. You know, oh, they're in shoe market.
Some kids are the goals at school and stuff. Yeah.
So you get high-tech squash. That was an
you
actual
could, like it was like a white trainer with like a canvas toe. Yeah, you could.
Andy Lemire says, "Wish you could be part of the stream today. You could see you'd see turtlenecks under sweatshirts, pegged pants, high-rise baseball caps, hammer pants, Reebok pumps, Barnett t-shirts, Ocean Pacific shorts. Yeah, you're exactly right. And multicolored risky business sunglasses. Remind me of the Reebok pumps with the basketball.
That's what I was thinking of.
Wow.
The Reebok pump. Yeah.
Let's see what else we've got to show. Eclipse jeans.
Oh man, everyone had them. Everyone had a pair.
Is that ringing a bell, Steph? That
it's like the logo now. Yeah,
with a kid with a big joint.
Wow.
Well, I used to work for the family that run this company.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
In the early 90s, there were two brothers. They're called the Monsieur brothers. One was 18, one was 20. And when they first started off doing this, they both used to love drawing and they put graffiti stuff on sweaters in a factory that they owned, that their dad owned. And it really took off. And in the very beginning, they used to drive this little battered Fiat, this really battered car. And within 3 years, they used to pull up to the shop and they'd have a Rolls Royce, but he got it covered in denim because it was a denim factory they started off with. All the Rolls Royce was in denim, all covered, The lads that did this were really sound lads, really were.
Si, can you remind me? Was that printed on or was that stitched on?
No, it was stitched. It was. They were all stitched in. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Eclipse jeans. Look at them.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah. I love that jumper.
Yeah.
Going back to what Des said earlier, I much prefer the trefoil logo for Adidas, but actual specific Adidas equipment gear in the 90s was brilliant.
Well, this was the first time you saw it. I remember Graham Souness was manager of Liverpool and he had this on, and I had to have this jumper. And it's exact one, the same colour and everything with the turquoise on it. And if you remember, lads, that was the first time that new Adidas logo was introduced, wasn't it? And we just thought,
it was.
The coolest thing in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah,
because it was new. It was this is good.
Yeah, really cool. Loved it. Look at that bad boy.
Yes, I mean, I love that coat. I still wear that coat to this day. It's one of my favourites. Love it.
Adidas
so
that.
You were saying earlier, Shabby, about the West Germany.
Same design.
And like I say, it's that design, different colours, but that design.
Very much
like your candy jacket, Kenny Dalglish manager coat.
They've actually brought that back a few times. Even on the new shirt, it's on the new Germany shirt. They've kind of got it, but it's never that actual look like that. That looked awesome. But I've got two favourite things. One I'm going to show you from the 90s, but my second favourite thing in the 90s, which I would wear now if I still had it, is this.
Yeah,
Now,
love this jacket.
You can still get hold of these, Shabby, and I love that jacket. The problem is it screams Liverpool, so I'll never buy it.
Screams it. Remember, it used to have candy on the.
It should have candy on the back.
Side. Had the big Adidas and then candy on the right hand side of it, and I hated it that those scumbags wore this. Do you know what I mean?
That coat. I love it, but it just
because you remember Arsenal had it, but Arsenal had the navy and red. They didn't have the grey and red.
Man, you had black and red. Same jacket, just black.
Man, you had black and red. But this is the one I loved. The grey. I just honestly, Steph, I'd sleep in this jacket when I was a kid. Do you remember? Because I was a fat kid too. It had these strings there, so you'd pull them right in. So you'd.
You could just see the valleys in the middle for the drawstrings.
Oh yeah, and the huge Adidas sign on the back of it. Do you know what I mean?
Great coat.
Yeah, it was one of the coolest. I loved that thing. Remember these?
Oh, yeah.
I've still got several Nike windbreakers.
Yeah, the back
brilliant.
spinning classic.
Yeah, still wear them.
Oh, absolutely perfect.
That elasticated bottom, gosh.
Oh, they were brilliant, them coats.
They were though, weren't they? Yeah, I still
And
wear
again-
Converse also to this day. PGM, my favorite trend of us all time. Geek Sean says, "Does anyone remember moon boots? Moon boots, you remember them, Des?
Yeah, moon boots.
No.
Sorry, Des,
Yeah,
what are you going to say?
No, I'm going to say again with the Nike on that jacket. It's the old style Nike with the word Nike and the swoosh.
Yeah, old style. Yeah.
It just I much prefer that to just the tick.
It
Yeah.
elevates
Yeah.
it, doesn't it?
It does,
elevates
and it's always nice to see an old school look. Like they've brought back the Adidas sign or the old Nike sign like this with the swoosh on it, and they look cool on football shirts. They really do.
Yeah.
How cool this guy is! I way out of my depth here. It was jeans, t-shirts, and leather jackets for me.
The fonts.
Cuban heels.
Yeah, it's a classic look. It's Nike, not Nike. Yeah, but we all called it Nike.
I'm not having that. I'm not having it.
No, we're not, but it's Nike.
It's Nike.
Like,
Yeah, you don't say I'm off to ride my bikey, do you? You know?
I'm off to ride my bikey, my Nike.
Vivienne Westwood signed the 90s.
Oh, I
yes.
tell you, I love Vivienne Westwood clothes. I always
Yeah.
have done my entire life. And when the Tartan Westwood look came out, mid-90s, about 96, oh, just loved it. All of it. Loved it.
She's been
I've
doing
always
this look
been
though
big fan.
since the Sex Pistol days in the
she was
70s.
Yeah.
that, wasn't she?
Well,
Yeah.
Vivienne Westwood and Nick Coleman, they designed most of the Sex Pistols look, from that graffiti destroy t-shirt to all sorts of stuff. So I've always been a bit of a big fan, but when it started to get into the 90s, I fell in love with all Vivienne Westwood stuff.
Hey, John
People love
Lampool.
it.
Yeah. Do you have
And
any
again, if you
Vivienne
want to
Westwood?
still buy to this day, I'm 50 now, still buy Vivienne Westwood stuff, still to this
Yeah.
day.
Did you like her, Steph? Vivienne Westwood stuff?
yeah, I loved Vivienne Westwood. When I was at art school, I just absolutely adored her. I've got books on her. Yeah, I just love her the punk style. Fabulous.
Yeah. We've all
Never
been
had
I
at
think
Yeah.
that's what it is, Steph, because I was at art school, and Vivienne Westwood, the way she went to art school and come up with the punk scene and all that, and had a different from
Yeah.
everybody else, especially the safety pin element, which she did in the
I was
late
just going to
70s.
say the safety pins. Yeah.
You follow that sort of fashion designer, don't you, when you're at
It's
school and
different,
stuff?
wasn't it? Different materials as well, and amazing.
Yeah,
She
mid
was
stuff.
awesome.
And my favourite thing she ever did was, remember the dome belt, and it was a logo, but it's all diamond, and it was on a belt.
Yes.
And I love that belt, tell you.
Yeah.
Mine used to bend forward. I used to love that belt.
What are these? Simcoe?
No, Simod.
Simod?
Simod?
I hope somebody remembers these, because these were
No,
quite
I
big at one point when I was at school. Yeah.
Kind of rings a
Simod.
bell.
Yeah. Does nobody remember these? Anyone in the
No.
chat?
No.
No.
These were big when I was at school for a brief period. Yeah. Sort of
I never went to orthopedic school, so Simod.
Simod. I was hoping someone would remember these, but these.
No.
I mean, it's only brief, but sort of SPX and British Knights era. These.
Oh,
these
right. So it was
They got that same look, haven't they?
yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
hypercolor.
Oh, there we
You
go. Global hypercolor.
I can't
wouldn't
take any credit for really. This was TJC Terry the other night. Said, "Oh, remember them t-shirts?" We couldn't remember the name. I thought it was Hypermotion or something. Anyway, we looked online, and they were the ones you spoke about before, like, when you used to touch me your hand and they'd go all like heat coloured.
Change
Oh,
colour.
is that
Yeah,
them?
they
I
were
remember
everywhere,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they were heat because everyone used to go mad because if they wore them when it was a hot day, you'd sweat, and then they had different coloured armpits. And he was like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
Oh, look at that smelly bastard! You know.
Yes, it just highlighted it. He had a
Yeah, they
white
didn't think that
t-shirt, then he had
through,
pink
did they?
armpits.
Jeez.
I
Yeah.
remember them at all. Books and Nicks is what you got. The abuse I got for having Nick's trainers.
Yeah,
Do you know
we've
what I mean?
covered Nick's, haven't we? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. LA Gear. Steph,
Oh.
you must have had a pair of them.
Yes, I do remember LA Gear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had some of those when I was little. Yeah.
But did you have LA lights, Steph, where they had the lights in the heel?
Oh no, I didn't. Oh,
LA
no,
lights.
I always wanted
remember them.
the light up shoes.
Yeah. Put your
There
foot
was a-
down. Flash.
There was a
yeah.
few brands
Yeah.
back here with the trainers that did two shoelace styles, wasn't there? There was always two colour shoelaces in them, and they were one of them.
Yeah.
What was? Can you think of
Yeah.
any others that did it?
Yeah, LA Gear did it. Yeah, it was. You know what? I think
No, I don't
Superstars
know.
did it at one point.
And I know, obviously, I'm just showing you the British Knights, and they did black and white, but I only put the whites in it. But yeah, But do you remember the tag as well? So this was like we said
Yeah.
at the start of this thing. Tags were a big thing, weren't they?
I remember
Kickers.
that tag's supposed to be pretty cool. 'Cause I
use
remember
them.
that California tag. It was like a number plate, wasn't it? The way it's done
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Having that tag California in Warrington with a pair. California. Brilliant. Oh, well, now look at that. There's a nice.
I got my rollerblades for Christmas.
You got blue, red. You look like a flag.
Yeah, why red tights? That's mad. But yeah.
I'm not being funny. Look at the size of them boots on your legs. Look at them. They look brilliant. Look at that.
Pair of
That's
golf
brilliant.
clubs. Look at that. Look at that for a look. And you see, and you're funny because we were talking about the Parkers and the silver. You've got one on right there, Steph. Look at this.
Yeah, and my
Park
brother
it
in a
up.
puffer.
Brilliant picture. Patrick
Oh,
Cox
well
wanna be-
done.
Fox, yeah.
I used to love
Wow.
them shoes. Used to go everywhere in them beasts. The ones
Yeah,
with the big
never had any,
buttons on.
but yeah, I remember them being quite big.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
love
all the
them.
guys in the office had them.
Yeah, the big W on it. Have you still got them, Si? Because I remember you had a pair.
Oh, I had them when I was 18. Well, what I
Oh,
have
but you,
now.
the reason I asked, Si, because you don't
Still
throw anything
wear them,
out.
and I still wear them to this day. Down to co-op. It'd be Patrick Cox. No, I'll be
Bring back stonewashed jeans, yeah. You can still get them, Pete. They never really went away yet. A real life Brad style. There you go. Patrick Cox wannabes. What else have we got here? Oh, Reebok,
Yeah.
the pump.
Yeah.
Love Reebok pumps. Yeah, never had any as a kid, but so we sorted that out. As I sort of, I wanted a white, the white leather pair, but I
This
saw
pair,
them.
right
And I just, yeah. But I saw them and I thought they were a nice colorway, so I picked them up. Yeah.
Do you remember this Hexalite? They did
Yeah.
these things, torsion bars in Adidas. Remember
Right.
torsion bar?
Well,
Like, what?
in that era, every shoe brand had a gimmick, if you like. So Reebok had Hexalite, Adidas had Torsion, Puma had Puma Disc, and Puma Trinomic. You know, every brand. You know, I
Do you remember all this back here? Look at it all.
Oh my gosh,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Did they actually work? I don't remember. Did they work?
Pumps.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to say that, though.
It's the first thing I did when I got mine. I put them on. I was like, come on. You can feel the tongue, especially pumps up and sort of secures your foot. And yeah, they're great.
Your mum come out and went, stop bouncing over houses.
Was that all their gimmick that tried to sort of copy Nike Air? Because Nike Air was the sort
well,
of
I mean,
first
obviously
one.
Nike have had Nike Air for a long time. So of course, other brands, I think started to try and bring out various gimmicks, if you like. Say like Adidas Torsion, they had the Torsion bar. You know, Reebok Hexalite, they had it was like almost like an air bubble in the sole, but like honeycombed sort of pattern in it. And
That's right, the honeycomb pattern. Yeah. Airwalks. Does anyone remember those? Airwalks.
Airwalk,
Airwalk.
Yeah, skating trainers then, weren't they? Airwalks.
The size of those boots on you, Steffi, maybe a rabbit in Jamie the Magic. Yeah. Reebok pumps were also. Did you have a pair of these, Des? Reebok pumps?
No,
I don't think. Did you, Si? No, I don't think I did. I
remember them always being dead dear, and I remember being like, "Oh no, I'm not paying that for Reebok."
I love that. Listening to Luke tell that whole story there. Jonathan, when
they do work.
They
do work. Yeah, they do work.
And Adam says, yeah, they did work.
Yeah.
So did Puma Disc, but they were the disc broke regular. Adidas
It was the strings that used to snap on Puma Disc. Obviously, the disc itself, but the wires used to snap. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the disc instead of tiny laces. Turn the disc up.
Yeah.
What are those bad boys?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, these are. I mean, they're one of my favourites. So obviously, Nike Air Max 180s. They were released in '92, and they fall into a category of trainers that I always wanted to own. And there's still a few pairs that I'm still chasing now. I'd love a pair of Nike Air Max 93s because again, the kids had them at school, and I never had a pair. So,
but you don't wear them, do you, Luke? You collect them, and
you see, no, I wear those because I mean I've worn them for a while. So because I've already worn them, I'm happy to keep wearing them. But there are some that I buy and just don't wear. Yeah.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah, so
super
I mean
cool.
they're reissued. So Nike Air Flights, I mean, obviously they were released, I think, like originally in '89, but they were reissued. So I bought those. I won't wear those, but they're reissues. They're not originals. But I think they were released in 2013. But I
I
just
say
love it.
this is. I mean, I still wear my big Jordans now. Do you know what I mean? And all them. I love the big boot look. Like I've said. Oh, do you
Yeah,
remember
so-
I had these in black. I had them in black.
Jordan 6s again, another pair that I always wanted as a kid and never got. So as soon as I got a chance to get a pair, I was very lucky. I managed to get them off Vinted, virtually brand new.
Yeah.
And but I've also got a pair. So I wear those, but I've also got a brand new pair that my brother and his partner got me for Christmas, which I don't wear.
I used to have a pair of them in black, and they used to have two holes in the tongue, and that's how I used to pull them on, because inside it was like a sock.
Yeah,
it was.
Weird.
Yeah.
But then years later, I remember being even more chuffed that I found out that the Batman outfit had a pair of them for the Batman boots, and they were adopted to make the Batman boots, and they were them boots.
Wow.
Yeah. He did wear Nikes in Batman. Yeah, in '89 Batman, they were Nikes. Yeah, they were.
Did you have a pair of these, Des? Like big boots? Did you like the big boot look, Des?
No, not like. I mean, the only trainers I had in sort of the late '80s, early '90s would have been sort of Adidas Gazelle.
Yeah, Sandberg, Gazelle, World Cup. Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone for stuff like that. Against basketball sort of look, and I can't stand basketball. Non-contact.
I loved it. Yeah. So Nike Harashis again, early '90s. So yeah, love those.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Not for
So there
everybody.
you have it.
Looking, but yeah.
Yeah, trainers are for wearing, not staring.
Yeah, some aren't, boss.
Yeah, those 180s are such awesome looking shoes. Yeah, they really was.
I love them.
So, what would you say your favorite thing from the 90s was? If you could pick one thing, all of you, that you could pick. Obviously, it'll be your roller skates, Steph, or your red. Steph, we could go on all night for your. We've seen all your fashion tonight, Steph. So, but if you could pick one thing from the 90s, what would it be?
I've got
Platform trainers.
Trainers.
Oh, and denim jacket. My platform trainers, and I lived in my denim jacket as well.
Did you have a patch on the back of it?
No, I didn't. No.
Missed out there. I had one with Public Enemy on the back of it. Do you know what I mean? I remember that, and there was all Iron Maiden and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Des,
man would be my Jordan 6s for me. Sorry.
Jordan 6s for you.
Yeah, no, just Jordan 6s for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Si, what would yours be? One thing.
I've got two. I had the black, and it was like a satin Versace shirt that I got in '97, and it was the dearest thing I bought up to that date, and I absolutely love that shirt. But I also had this black shirt, white collared, white cuffs. Remember when Dolce & Gabbana first come out, and he used to do the D&G in the little box. And I absolutely love that shirt. That'd be the two. I always wish black shirt and white collars had come back in fashion. Just so I can rock that shirt again. They were my favourite.
Let's have a look. So he writes something to me right here. Don't forget the pic, Shabs. Where did you? Don't send it on Instagram. Send it through Facebook if you can, because Facebook's the best place for me. And then I'll put it up definitely. Des, what about you?
For me, stretching it a bit, it's more sort of 88, 89, 90. The kickers I had kickers kick high. I had cement grain red stitching, loved them. Traditional red with white stitching, loved them. And a pair of blue, traditional blue with white stitching. And what I used to like about them, you'd wear them to death, and then they'd go into the sort of workwear kit, and they were good workwear boots.
Yeah,
not steel toe caps, obviously, but they just and they had another life. And I'll tell you what I did with my grey boots when we were doing a bit of painting. I got some gloss paint, different colour, and I splashed it all over them. So they were like Stone Roses, Jackson Pollock.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Look the part, yeah.
Yeah. What are you bloody doing there, you numpty?
Let's have a look. Right, got it here. So this is a picture that TJC wanted me to send up. It's right here. It's car.
Oh, is that his feeler
interior? Feeler interior.
Oh, right.
No way.
Look at that. Feeler interior, brilliant. My favorite thing, I'll show you. My favorite thing of all, and I was thinking about is the Adidas jacket that I showed, but I haven't got that. So that would have been definitely my first and foremost. But my favorite thing of all night is this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Italian 90 England, and this is the one they did in 2005, I think, and they did it. I think it was a 15-year anniversary. with Gascoigne, obviously his numbers on the back of it.
Brilliant. Yeah,
But
that's great.
Absolutely, this to me sums up the 90s. I think it was my first like proper World Cup that I can remember.
I can just see the picture of Gaza sort of gripping the shirt and while he's in tears.
That's what I mean. And me as a 15-year-old, you know, let's see. Hold on, our Des.
So that's me with my nephew.
The away shirt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I'm 21 there, and then that's me with his son about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What a great
That's
picture.
a lovely picture. Yeah. It was a close one too because I love the red. The blue away one was just as nice as well. Remember New Order did World in Motion and they had the away. But that white shirt, I don't think, to me, just represents a time of my life when I was young. You know what I mean? I just loved the football, and that shirt just represents the 90s for me like mad. It really does. PGM says, I still want to see the DVD compact disc necklaces. They weren't from Black. They were all over, weren't they, Des? They were all over.
I genuinely can't remember wearing
no, it's not just me.
CD around your neck.
I'm just shabby with it on, is it? Kevin Ball says, so what we learned tonight, Shabby side, Des and Luke used to have fashion sense, and Lady Steph is from the English branch of the family. Oh, do you remember this? Starter jackets.
Starter, well, that was basketball as well. Starter.
My favourite thing from the 90s was my head backpack. It was plain black backpack with hardly any colours, but I loved that backpack. Yeah,
everyone had head bags, didn't they? Head bags were good. Yeah,
but everybody had head bags, but nobody had the tags on them because they were on somebody else's keyring, weren't they? You always get the tag nicked off.
Plastic tags, they were like credit cards, weren't they?
Yeah.
Look at the Scottish guy. Yuck. Although I suppose he would be like, he's never been to a World Cup, has he? I'm not. Have he?
Steady.
How are they joking?
True.
Des with proper hair. That's amazing. You barely aged, to be fair. He hasn't. Yeah, exactly right. World in Motion anthem. And if one got anything they want to promote and they say before go, first of all, I have absolutely loved tonight. Thank you all so much. I've loved it. Brilliant. And thanks, Steph, for those pictures. You know what I mean? And Des, your personal pictures, they were great. They were brilliant. Loved them. Well, anything to say before we go?
No, thanks for having us on. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, it's been a good trip down memory lane. Yeah,
it has been a great trip.
And as much as I love toys, it is really nice sometimes to talk about something a little bit different. So really enjoyed it.
Yeah, perfect. Me and Si think we might carry on. We might do 90s gadgets. We might do 90s aftershaves. There's loads of stuff you can do. Do you know what I mean? From the night, I think we forget sometimes because we're all toy collectors and movies. 80s was our generation, wasn't it, for that? But the 90s, I think, you know, when you actually think about the fashion,
the early 90s especially.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you. I think it went somewhere, didn't it? I mean, you could go on, if you two didn't hate me so much, I'd still carry on the nice. So, all right. Well, we've got ZSR. It's on my channel this Friday, and then top 5 on Monday. We've got Matt and Tess on top 5. They're doing top 5 with me Monday, and then on Wednesday, me and Si are bringing back a Tub Thumpers special on Wednesday. So Tub Thumpers will be out then. But apart from all that, links to everyone's Instagrams and everyone's YouTube channels are in the description below. Please like and subscribe to all of them, and we'll see you again soon. Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.